Here we go. April 6th, 11:23 a.m. District Court, courtroom number 3. Okay, so, hey, this is a familiar-looking area. Oh, and I see a familiar-looking person down in the bottom. 2 familiar people, in fact. Ah! Is the defense ready to proceed? You bet. Bring it on, Big G. The prosecution has been ready for some time. The original attorney in this case, Rosie Ringer, was murdered, while the original prosecutor, Eustace Winner, has disappeared. So Fender and Francisca have taken over in their places. Very well. Let me begin by apologizing for the delayed start to these proceedings. The crime we are here to adjudicate took place in a prison, an institution of the judiciary. That looks a lot like the prison in Resident Evil 2, like the Raccoon City Police Department. I'm expecting Mr. X to come busting through one of those cells any minute now. What's more, the fact that the defendant was the warden of said prison carries grave implications. These 2 factors combined caused pre-trial preparations to take more time than usual. And then the unfortunate passing of the attorney in charge, Miss Rosie Ringer, delayed the trial yet further. But now we are ready to begin at last. Mr. Fender, Miss Von Karma, the court thanks you both for stepping in at such short notice. Hey, no sweat. Rosie was your pal, right? And this was her last case. Couldn't exactly say no, could I? You'll have to bear with me though, gang. Didn't exactly get a ton of time to read the paperwork. How about you, Fran? Everything cool over on your side? It's hardly ideal for the prosecutor in charge of the case to have run off and abandoned it. But justice can't sit around waiting for him to grow a spine. The evidence has just been handed to me, so yes, I'm ready. Thank you both. Very well. Bring the accused, Miss Fifi Lagarde, to the stand. Hey, I haven't seen you in a while. I invite the prosecution to make its opening statement. Alright, the accused was... Let me stop you right there, darling. What is it, Miss Lagarde? Oh, I was just wondering if you could tell me something. That something being why on earth I'm here. Perhaps the opening statements will clarify that for you. But will they, dear? Really? Fine. Carry on if you must. I fully intend to, if you can stay quiet for one moment. The murder in question happened at the prison where Miss Lagarde worked as warden. The victim, one Bronco Knight, was being held in the detention center. But the prosecution's case will show that Miss Lagarde took him from the holding cells and murdered him. And she did so with this knife. Huh? Is something the matter, Miss Von Karma? How can that... No! The evidence! What gives, Fran? Everything okay? The murder weapon? It's not here! Neither is Bodykammer's... Canis's chisel! What? Say it ain't so! Oh! Silence. Silence! Miss Von Karma, explain yourself. I wish I could, Your Honor. No murder weapon, Then what exactly are we all doing here? Really, darling, you shouldn't volunteer to prosecute a case if you can't even keep the evidence safe. I can only work with what the previous prosecutor gave me. Little boy Winner strikes again. Hey, G. What is it, Mr. Fender? Guess we know where this is going, huh? Let's kick this one down the road a little further, shall we? The court hereby denies the defense's request. What? Don't be like that. What's the dealio? She's absolutely right, of course. We simply can't have any more delays. Let's get on and show everybody how wonderfully innocent I am, shall we? Innocent? I'll thank you to take this seriously. Oh, but I am, darling. and you don't have any evidence. You just said so yourself. In the courtroom, evidence is everything. Haven't I heard that somewhere before? And without any, you can't charge me with anything. Isn't that right, Verity, darling? It is. What? Without the items in question, the prosecution's case against the defendant cannot proceed. As such, this court hereby declares the accused, Fifi Lagarde, not guilty. Whoa! Hold the phone there, hasty pants! You can't go dropping a verdict just like that! Forgive me, but why is the defense objecting to its client being acquitted? Yes, sir! Wait a minute, what is this? Are you phoenixing here? Sorry, are you that manning on us here? Don't be cute, kiddo. You know as well as I do that little Miss Warden over there is guilty as all heck. And as for the murder weapon, we were right there when we found it. Miss Defender, it is incumbent upon this court to see that fair judgment is afforded to all. And as the instrument of the court, I cannot allow my experiences or opinions to interfere with my work. You must think of the Judge Gavelle who was present when the murder weapon was found, and the Judge Gavelle you see before you in the courtroom today as two entirely different people. Gee, you're killing me here. I have no choice but to pass judgment based on the evidence available. And we have that evidence, just not here. Give me some time, just a little. I'll find it. I swear to you. The prosecution hereby requests a recess. Yeah, the defense does that too. Come on, Your Honor, don't do us like this. Very well. The court accepts the request. Really, Verity? You won't help anybody bowing to pressure like that, you know. There will be a 15-minute recess. I suggest that both the prosecution and the defense use the time well. Understood. Phew, saved by the bell, huh? Very well. We will reconvene in 15 minutes. Oh, there's Edgeworth and I wondered where they were at. April 6th, 11:38 a.m., District Court, 3rd floor lobby. But we did totally find that knife, didn't we, Mr. Edgeworth? Yes, of course we did. Huh? What's the matter, detective? It's the metal detector, sir. It's, reacting to the alligator. What? How? The metal detector was reacting to something inside her after all. Your Honor, I'd like to remind you of this piece of evidence. The chisel. Didn't we just figure out that that isn't the murder weapon? You might recall that Mr. Canis hid this chisel in his dog's mouth. Would you believe that the real murder weapon was hidden in much the same way? That's right, the murder weapon is hidden inside the alligator in that pond over there. So did somebody steal it or what? Right, I remember this. I remember this happening. That was a case that we played. Mr. Edgeworth. Oh no, they're back. Miss Berry, Mr. Saint, are you here to watch a trial? Yeah, we heard it was going to be a real fun show. Do you know where we need to go? It's the trial for the case I was nearly convicted for. It should be starting any minute now. We were late because of practice, but it's somewhere around here, right? Simeon, there's kind of a problem. They lost some evidence, the knife and the chisel. So they called a recess and kicked us all out of the courtroom. What? But no, they can't. They're not gonna arrest you again, are they? Don't say that. No. Gee, I forgot how easy it was to upset you. Huh? How dare he embarrass me like that? I know who that... Speaking of easy to upset, I know who that is. Francina, Franderella, chill, okay? Just chill. Come on, put the whip away. That's it. That's it. That idiot of a so-called prosecutor. I'll find him and I'll make him eat whip for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Master, you gotta calm her down. The kid's gone cuckoo. I guess I'd better at least try. Edgeworth, the current NEET here, is gonna save the day. Oh, it's you. Good morning, Mr. Ex-Prosecutor. Francisca, you shouldn't be here, you know. You're not in the right line of work anymore. You should be at home planning whatever it is you mean to do with the rest of your life. Uh-huh. You want to look at my Yadakurasu pin that I somehow still have? That's all you have now instead of the prosecutor's badge you gave up on, is it? It suits you, Miles Edgeworth. Hold it right there! If you think it suits Mr. Edgeworth, you should see it on me. You jumped in just to tell us that? Alright, I'm glad she acknowledged that that's literally what we have in place of our badge. What are you going to do, Francisca? You only have 15 minutes. Ugh, don't you think I know that? And wipe that infuriatingly reasonable look off your face! You're like a news anchor calmly reading the news or something! That's... okay. It's quite the diss. And it's utterly exasperating! It's probably better than that I don't rise to that. Alright, Knight's murder. I never imagined you would be the one prosecuting this case, Francisca. Nor did I, but for the case. The murder of a presidential bodyguard. And by the warden of a prison, no less. The murder weapon was probably entered into evidence and everything. And yet when you went to present the knife to the court, it wasn't there. That imbecile! Not only did he abandon his case, he made me look like a total fool! Yeah. The next time I see the little coward, I'll whip him into shape if it's the last thing I do. You go ahead and do that, but quit taking it out on the people around him. Alright, so she's just mad. Okay. Let's see, what about you? The court is in recess. Nobody's allowed to enter. Really? Nobody? Oh, sorry, that was K. The court is in recess. Nobody's allowed to enter. But if nobody's allowed to enter, how will the trial ever get started again? Yeah, I don't know. You got me. You got me good. How do you like that, Mr. Edgeworth? I hit him with a stone-cold contradiction. One that gained us exactly nothing. It's okay, they have a carriage in there that somebody is setting fire to. That's a... There you go, there's your Grady's Attorney reference for the night. Where are you going, Mr. Edgeworth? Oh, nowhere. We're just looking at the doors here. I get it. Basic thief work, right? Making sure you know where all the exits are. If you're angling for a position as the Yadagarasu's assistant, just say the word. Seeing as it's you, I'll let you skip the written test and the practical. Basically, the job is yours. Thank you. It's a very kind thought. There's a sign stuck to the water fountain here. Press the pedal to enjoy delicious ice-cold water. However, be aware that once you press it, the water won't stop. Use with care. I think do not use under any circumstances might be more appropriate. Alright, I'm a pretty careful girl. Here goes nothing. Not another step, Kay. Don't you dare let that water out. This shows a list of the trials due to take place in this courtroom. Miss Lagarde's trial features prominently, of course. Hey, Mr. Edgeworth, if we don't find this missing evidence... I know, it will be bad for all of us. We need to speak with Francisca and Fender. Alright, that goes into the, interview room. What do we got over here? My first set of statute books. Hey, do you think even I would understand these? God, but somebody's taken the very first one! If I were gonna read these, I'd need to begin at the beginning, right? How else would I understand the story? I'm sorry to disappoint you, Kay, but this might be the wrong place to look for a compelling narrative. That's right, this is not a visual novel, Kay. This is an interactive experience. What is in recess? Nobody's allowed to enter. Wait. Yeah, I already got that. Why was it showing that it wasn't seen? That's weird. Yeah. Yes, you owned the bailiff with facts and or logic. Sneed. Okay, what do we got over here? Courtroom trials sure are fun. There's even an animal tamer performing here today. An animal tamer? But she's a little too grumpy. Might want to think about appealing to the audience a little more. But she is so good with that whip. If you're talking about who I think you are, the whip is exclusively reserved for use on humans. Yes. Hey, what's this? A courtroom for ants? I think I made that same joke last time. It's a model of the courthouse. Look how realistic it is. There's something written here. This incredible model can transform into a robot at the touch of a button. Those wishing to see this transformation in action should inquire at the main reception desk. Courthouse model transforms? Mr. Edgeworth? Huh. She seems very subdued for once. I thought she'd be excited by something like this. When the model transforms, does the whole building transform too? Okay. There is no possible universe in which that would or could happen. I hope. This courthouse probably just has lots of secrets. Like you have like a fountain you put a metal in and it takes you to the basement and all that kind of stuff. All right, let's talk to you, Mr. Simeon Saint. Okay. I'm gonna try to move my brain past calling him Simon Keys, because that was his fan translation name, but I do want to keep calling him that. Is there nothing we can do to help? Let me see. Oh, wait, I have a good idea. If you guys could put on a show here in the courtroom, that would distract everybody. And they'd be so busy watching that they'd have to postpone the trial till later. No, if I do that, they'll arrest me again. No, they won't, it's fine. Courtrooms are nice. If you entertain everybody, there's no way they'll arrest you. Right, Mr. Edgeworth? I really wish you wouldn't spout such nonsense with such infuriating confidence. That's the problem, it's the confidence. Which you say nonsense is the problem. Alright. Gaymeister! So you got the old memory back, huh? Sure did. I'm me again. You had me worried 6 ways till Sunday. Not that other K wasn't a blast too. Anyway, welcome back, kiddo. Bring it in. No. We need to be thinking about this trial right now, okay? Yeah, I guess things did go pretty pear-shaped in there, huh? That man is never gonna get his hug. Alright. Wanna look at my Katagarasu pin? Cute pin. Favorite of yours? Yeah, I can see it. You'd look a picture in it, Mousy boy. This is one of Kay's most treasured possessions. I won't be wearing it anytime soon, because she is literally wearing it right now. Is that so? Well then, I guess there's only one thing for it. Come here and let me pin a big old attorney's badge on that handsome chest of yours. Yeah, I walked right into that. He sure did. The trial. We need to dig up this missing evidence, lickety-split. But we can't count on them putting the trial on hold much longer. Yeah, it's a stumper, all right. If only some kind soul would offer to go find it for us. That's an expectant look if ever I saw one. Yeah, Miles Edgeworth. Can't help but notice you still haven't asked for your prosecutor's badge back, bucko. Finally decided to come walk the path of righteousness with me and your old man, huh? The committee is my badge, that much is true. But I haven't given it up just yet. Never mind the fact that Gavel basically said, hey, just say the word and I'll hand it back to you. I'm still not ready to walk in my father's footsteps. No? Well, it's not like there's a deadline. You do you for as long as you need. The old family office will be waiting to welcome you with open arms when you're done. Thank you, Fender. Yeah, if only somebody would go sniff out that evidence for us. Fine, we'll do it. Way to go, Mousy! Oh, you're sure? I'll do what I can, but that might not be much in 15 minutes. Fran and me will buy you as much time as we can, okay? G won't be banging the hammer of hers until you've made it back with the goods. I promise. Thank you. I'll be counting on you, Fender. And you, Francisca? How does that sound? What makes you think I'd accept your help? How about some advice instead? That you seriously consider a new career as a news anchor. Come on, Fran, clock's a ticking here. Time to step up the plate. All right, fine. We will stall the trial for as long as we can. But you'd better get your ex-prosecutor behind in gear. You know, I quite like having you run errands for me. Maybe that could be your new career instead. I'm glad you're on board. I can help too. I don't want to be arrested again. Oh, this sounds fun. Can I play? All right, that would be very helpful of you both. Very well. Where shall we begin? I think we need to go speak to a certain somebody, don't you? Who will we need to speak to in order to find out where the evidence went? Eustace, right? That's right. The supposed custodian of the evidence in question. Eustace Winner. Oh, the new prosecutor guy? Okay, we're on it. Thank you, Mr. Saint. Alrighty then. Think we'd better huddle and talk tactics, huh, friend? Just the two. Ow! Don't keep me waiting, Miles Edgeworth. I'll try not to. We'll be back as soon as we can. Oh, Franny Pooh, wait up now! Alright, we need to find Mr. Winner, and fast. Oh, there she is. Whoa! Judge Cavell. Ah, Mr. Edgeworth. A pleasure, as always. A pleasure? How is it a pleasure? And what was all that about just now? Okay, stop it. But Judge Cavell knows that horrible woman is the killer. Why the heck would she... Evidence is the only language that the goddess of justice understands. My own personal thoughts and feelings do not come into it. Is this all Judge Verity Cavell is? You may believe my way of thinking to be heartless, but it is my way. To be this hard and unforgiving. There's something I'd like to ask you, if you don't mind. Please, go ahead. What were you doing on the roof of the big building 2 nights ago? Huh? The roof? You met the president up there, didn't you? We've seen security footage of the two of you. And is there something wrong with that? Only that his body was discovered this morning, right next to the very same building. What? I think you understand what I'm getting at. You're considered a suspect. What happened between the two of you? Nothing. We simply talked for a few minutes. And when we were done, I left. I took the elevator back downstairs, alone. That much we know to be true. As I said, we've seen the footage. And what business did you have with the leader of a foreign power? I'm not at liberty to say. I see. Well, I'm not at liberty to leave until I have answers. In which case, there's only one thing for it. Oh! I hope you savor these last few moments, Judge Cavell, of being in the mortal plane. She's hiding something, and I have to get it out of her. The time has come. And... yes! Ha ha! We're back in the chess dimension. Judge Cavell met with the president of Zhengfa the night before last. Oh. Yes, I admit it. We met on the roof of the big building. But it was simply to discuss professional matters. Matters that I am not obliged to discuss with you. I'm clearly going to have to work hard to get past her professional defenses. If she puts up too impenetrable a facade, I'll probably be better off biding my time. I should start by asking what she met the president to talk about. Mind chess, commence! What did you talk to the president about? Okay, perhaps you could begin by telling us what you met with President Wong to discuss. As I told you, professional matters. Professional matters which I do not intend to share with you. Bide my time. Because when she gets all icy like that, I think that's when we're supposed to be biting. I'm so glad you understand. I must say, you're a very busy woman. A judge, a committee member, an occasional aide to us in the field even. Thank you. I take my professional duties very seriously. And do these duties include meeting with foreign dignitaries? Yes, of course. From time to time. The law is my life. Nothing I do falls outside the scope of my duties. You helped us this morning. You returned Kay's promise notebook to us just this morning. Surely you can't claim that fell within the scope of your duties. Oh, we blew one up right away. I am not yet a perfect servant of the law. That much is true. No, you are a human being, and that was an act of simple human kindness. You have feelings, Judge Gavelle, and you are allowed to have them. About the president's death, too. I can still hardly believe it. If I might ask, how did he die? He was crushed to death by the head of a monster known as Taurosaurus. Forgive me, I should probably explain. Is that true? He died on the set of the movie? He did. Interesting that you should even know what Taurosaurus is. Oh, I imagine I must have heard about it from Eustace. There's something about them shooting a movie somewhere near the big building. She isn't fooling anybody. She's clearly very upset about something. She mentioned Mr. Winner, who seems to have disappeared, along with some vital evidence. Perhaps if she won't tell us what she discussed with the president, we should try to find out what else she might be hiding. I'm clearly getting under her skin. I need to dig further. Where's Mr. Winner? Francisca stepped in to take Mr. Winner's place in the trial. But how was she supposed to prosecute the case if he never handed over all the evidence? My interest is solely in ensuring that a trial proceeds fairly once it has begun. And if once it has, vital evidence cannot be presented, it should surprise no one if the accused goes free. Bide my time, you're being all professional. I am a judge, a servant of the law. My personal thoughts and feelings do not come into it. So you have no personal feelings when it comes to Mr. Winner's disappearance? Of course I do. I worry about him terribly, too. You worried about somebody else as well? Wait, two? Does that mean there's somebody else you're worried about as well? I imagine their identity might explain your strangely agitated state. I don't know what you're talking about. I am a servant of the law, and my feelings are immaterial. You're no servant, you're a person. We are all servants of the law, all of us who stand in the courtroom. But we're not superhuman. You, me, everybody else. We're just people underneath it all. Much as we'd like to bury our feelings and remain impartial, that simply isn't possible. You are right, of course. I am in no fit state to offer impartial judgment. Please, Judge Gavelle, just tell us the truth. What's going on? What do I do? What do I do? Oh, that's a unique animation. We haven't seen that before. I have never seen her lose her composure like this. Yeah, I just said that, Edgeworth. I should ask her who this person is she's so worried about. Her professional mask is finally beginning to slip. Perhaps now I can get to the human being underneath. You're a genuine human being. Are you worried about Torosaurus? Yeah, that's right. Are you worried about Mr. Winner? Who are you worried about? Judge Gavel, who are you so worried about, and where are they? My apologies, but I simply cannot tell you that. I'll need a clue if I'm going to pursue this line of questioning any further. I should try another tack for now. Alright, Mr. Winner. The person you're so worried about, is it Mr. Winner? He has not been seen since he discovered the truth about his father. Of course I'm worried about him, but this could also be a valuable test for him. Bide my time. I understand social cues. He chose to disappear, and he can choose to reappear. And the other person you're worried about can't? That's not something I'm at liberty to talk about. I don't know what might happen to that poor child if I did. Poor child? Who do you mean? That poor child? Who are you talking about? Nobody, please, it was nothing. Ignore it. Judging by the look on her face, I definitely shouldn't. I think that might prove to be a valuable clue. Alright, who are you worried about? Who are you so worried about? Time to deploy my clue. The poor child is missing, aren't they? So this poor child is missing, and you're desperate to find them? Ah! And since you say child, I suppose we're right in assuming that this person is a minor? I can't answer. And I won't. It has no bearing whatsoever on the murder of the president. I'll need a clue if I'm going to pursue this line of questioning any further. Try another tack for now. Are you worried about Torosaurus? Yeah. This person you're so worried about, is it Torosaurus? Okay. I really don't have time for jokes, Mr. Edgeworth. It's not a joke. When I told you how the president was killed, you seemed surprised when I mentioned that he was crushed by Torosaurus. That was simply shock at learning how he died. And where? A half-built film set on an empty lot? How did you know that? Is there something wrong with where he died? It sounds as if something about where he died is particularly troubling to you. No, that's not true at all. It's just... film sets are places where dreams are made, and instead a great man met his end there. I only hope that the utmost care is taken when the news is shared with the cast and crew. You worried about its box office chances? No, crew member found it. I'm sorry, but I'm afraid the cast and crew already know. We met two of them at the scene, a crew member and a young actor, Sean Fenn. No! Why? Why did this have to happen? Something about the Torosaurus connection really seems to be upsetting her. I think that might prove to be a valuable clue. You both have no time and all the time in the world, Judge Gavel, as it has no meaning here in the chess dimension. That's right. Sorry, you're in my realm now. Alright, deploy that clue, and then we gotta deploy the other clue. Alright. It's someone from the movie, isn't it? Yep. You seem to get very sensitive every time I mention Torosaurus. The poor child you mentioned has something to do with the movie, don't they? How did you... You're usually so cool and collected. Your discomfort told me everything I needed to know. Who is this poor child? You have to tell us. Very well. You figured out so much already. I might as well tell you the truth. The person I'm so worried about, the person I'm so desperate to find, is Sean Fenn. Sean? But why? That is more than I can allow you to know. Judge Gavel, you said you would tell us the truth. And if you don't give it up voluntarily, we will have to force it from you. I'm afraid you're just going to have to accept that. Yeah, there's no getting out of here till you do. I need to get her to tell me why she's so desperate to find Sean. Are you a fan? Do you know him? Do you know him? Do you know Sean personally? He is famous. I doubt there are many people who do not know him. I certainly didn't until today. Then you clearly need to be better informed. Perhaps I could teach you a few things. Oh! There is almost nothing I don't know about him. Bide my time. Forgive me. I allowed myself to get a little carried away. There seems to be happening quite a bit when the subject of Sean comes up. Yeah, look. I do not know him personally. I simply know a lot about him. I'll need a clue if I'm going to pursue this line of questioning any further. I should try another tack for now. Alright, are you a fan? Are you a fan of Sean's, perhaps? Am I? Yes, I am. I am an ardent admirer of the work of Sean Fenn, child actor extraordinaire. Bide my time. You're all defensive. Tell me more. I heard that he was filming near the big building, so I made it my business to learn where the set was, and some other important details. I see. I suppose that makes sense. As a fan, you'd want to know such things. I imagine you would also have tried to learn when he was supposed to be on set. Yes, of course. He said he would be filming there all day today. Did you hear that from Sean himself? You make it sound like you heard that from Sean himself. I like the other one was you're an obsessed fan, yeah. I don't think he'd be sharing his schedule with a mere fan, do you? No, I misspoke. Ignore me. Every slip of the tongue she makes seems to be to do with Sean. Seems to be to do with Sean? Okay. And now we know she's spoken with him. That's an important clue. Do you know where he is? We're trying to find Sean, too. Do you have any idea where he might be? Why would I have any idea about that? The two of us aren't connected in any way at all. I'll need a clue if I'm going to pursue this line of questioning any further. I should try another tack for now. Okay. Do you know him? So we're going to go through all that. Yes, he's famous. Yes. I could teach you a few things. Bide the time. That seems to happen quite a bit. Okay. Listen, the only movie that Edgeworth would want to go see with anybody is the Steel Samurai movie, so don't even try. Time to deploy my clue. There we go. You must have spoken to him. I can understand you're being worried about Sean, but you seem a little too worried. And you implied before that you had spoken to him, which must surely mean that you know him personally. How did I give away so much? So the two of you are acquainted. This is surely an important clue. Alright, do you know where he is? Find Sean. Yes, you are very much connected. I don't know what exactly the connection is between you and Sean, but I know for certain that it exists. You've as good as told us that it does. Please, Judge Gavelle, you have to help us try and find him. Help you? That would never be allowed. By whom? The goddess of justice? By the one person who knows where he is. The person who kidnapped him? That sounds like it. At last, the puzzle pieces are finally starting to fall into place. I know why you're so reluctant to tell us anything about your relationship with Sean. Admit it. He's been kidnapped, hasn't he? Judge Gavelle, I need you to tell me the truth. All of it. Very well. This time, I will tell you everything. The long line of witnesses who lie and obfuscate, and then every time, okay, finally, I'm going to tell you the real truth this time, buddy. Your intuition was correct. Sean has been kidnapped. I knew it. But why does that have anything to do with you? I am... That is, Sean is... He's my son. What? Well, we may not have found out about what she and President Wong were talking about, but we found out something just as important. Sean has been abducted. Not exactly the endgame I was expecting, but that's checkmate nonetheless. What? You're Sean's mom, Judge Gavel? No, wait, come on. You're too young. It's true. I am Sean's mother. Look. The hottest new kid on the block, Sean Fenn, okay? New kid on the block? That was a music group from ancient times. And I was around for that. A magazine clipping. An article about Sean. You always carry this with you? Yes, everywhere I go. I guess you could call it a kind of talisman. That certainly speaks to the bond between them. And you're sure he's been kidnapped? Unfortunately, yes. I received a phone call from the kidnapper just before the trial began. Did they make any demands? Only one. That Fifi Lagarde be found not guilty. Well, that certainly explains what we saw in there. Whoa! Hang on a second. Hang on a second. Hang on a second. Legitimately, my memory is very fuzzy of this case, from when I played it. So hang on. We have somebody who's on trial, who is guilty for sure, and somebody gets kidnapped, somebody else, with the threat that they will only be released if the guilty person is found not guilty. And there is a person who has been involved in both of these instances who is featured in this game and in the game where this happened previously. And that is, of course, Mr. Shelley the Killer. So, has he been kidnapped by Shelley the Killer? Ooh, the plot is thickening. And without any... You can't charge me with anything. Isn't that right, Verity, darling? It is. Without the items in question, the prosecution's case against the defendant cannot proceed. As such, this court hereby declares the accused, Fifi Lagarde, not guilty. Yeah. That's why you came so close to declaring her innocent. I have failed in my duties to the law. I am a judge. If I cannot arbitrate with impartiality, I make a mockery of justice. And yet, I tried to. I tried to force through a ruling based on nothing but my own self-interest. Judge Gavel, the goddess must be furious with me. But I just couldn't do it. I couldn't sacrifice my son on the altar of justice. I couldn't remain impartial when it mattered most. Of course you couldn't. Are you crazy? Okay. No parent could just give up on their child like that. If that makes the goddess of justice mad, then I'm sorry, but she's wrong. If she really thinks that way, then she's the guilty one. Isn't that right, Mr. Edgeworth? Yes. Declaring the goddess of justice guilty. That's bold. Kay is right. As I told you, though we all serve the law, we are also only human. And none of us could, or should, be expected to sacrifice a child for the sake of a verdict. Thank you, both of you. But the trial must continue. There is no escaping that. Are we going to bring up the connection to the previous case, or is that allowed, I wonder? Your Honor, there you are. It seems it is time. Judge Gavel. Or Judge Gavel. Okay. My dad was a prosecutor. He was? Yeah, he used to work in a courtroom just like you do. And I was thinking about what he would have done if he was in your position right now. If a prosecutor were forced to insist that a clearly innocent suspect be found guilty, I know what he would have done. Anything, that's what. He would have done anything to get me back. He would? So what I'm trying to say is, you can trust us. What do you mean? To get him back, to snatch him from the jaws of danger. I'm the second Yatagarasu, and if you agree to trust me, I promise I'll get him back for you. The thief who steals only the truth, and perhaps one or two other things. Well, Judge Gavel, what do you say? Will you trust the great thief to steal back that which matters most to you? Mr. Edgeworth, I'd like to help too, if that's all right with you. Thank you. I know I'm in no position to ask this of you, but please see that he comes home safely. Okay, we will. Don't worry. You can count on us. Here, take my cell phone. The kidnapper may call again. You'll get it back, along with your son, I promise. I will do everything I can to draw out the trial. But I don't imagine I can give you more than about 2 hours at best. 2 hours. That gives us until 2 p.m. Please, I'm counting on you. There we go. And here I thought the great thief was on sabbatical. Well, hold on to your hat because she's back in business. All right, let's do this. My first commission. I can't afford to mess it up. In that case, we'd better start looking right away. Where to begin? Duh! Where the heck did he go? Maybe he just went home. You're right. They won't be doing any filming today after all. Sure, or maybe he went on the lam. Perhaps we should see if Sean left any clues behind at the big building. Hey, what are you doing giving orders? This is a great thief operation. I'm in charge now. Is that so? Well, then what am I? You're my assistant. First assistant to the great thief Yatagarasu. Talk about an honor. I've been relegated to thief's assistant. All right, let's get back to work. Team Yatagarasu, move out. I love it. I love it. April 6th, 12:10 p.m., Big Building, Plaza. All right, here we are. Ready? On 3. Just follow my lead. You'll be fine, okay? What exactly are you talking about? Even in the depths of night... She wants him to finish it. She wants him to finish it. Hey, your turn. Keep up, will you? I knew it. I knew it. Why are you making me do this? Because the great thief Yatagarasu just arrived at the scene of the crime, dummy. How is anybody supposed to know that if we don't announce her appearance? You may be a thief, but I most certainly am not. Gah, fine, I'll do it on my own. Even in the depths of night, when no other bird dares to take flight, one alone soars to shine the light of righteousness on the world's blight. And that one is me, for I am the great thief Yatagarasu. I'm very much aware of who you are, thank you. Now, shall we get on with this investigation? Oh, you're no fun at all. We don't have time for fun. We have less than 2 hours, in fact. We'd better get started. Alright, well, we have the photo. Let's show it to a few people. See if it jogs any memories. Big Building Plaza. Hey, I absolutely recognize this fella down here. Yup. Oh, hey, Mr. Edgeworth. Long time no see. Wait, you're... This is Will Powers. He's an action star I met in an old case. He's also the man behind the mask of the one and only Steel Samurai. I love that he's here. I was hoping we'd see him again. Long time no see indeed. Nice to meet you. I'm Kay Faraday, great thief. Mr. Edgeworth has been working as my assistant. Good to meet you, but thief? Mr. Edgeworth has been assisting a thief? Let's not worry about that for now. We'd like to ask you about what happened this morning, if that's all right. Sure. I don't know if I can be of much help to you, but sure. So he'll be one of Sean's work colleagues. I guess we better just dive right in. Wanna look at my pen? Huh? What's this? Do you think I could use it in a performance or an action scene or something? That would be cool. It would. Sadly, I don't think it would be suitable for that. Oh, that's a shame. He seems genuinely disappointed. Alright, you wanna look at the dead president? Oh no, got nothing to say there? Alright, that's too bad. The Torosaurus head? So the Torosaurus head is broken and the lot's been torn up by huge footprints? This production is running over budget as it is. And Global Studios is risking a lot on this one. Sorry, I know this isn't the right time to be talking about money. People are dead. It's fine. We completely understand. The shoot has been thoroughly disrupted. That can't be easy for you. Global Studios makes the Steel Samurai shows too, right? Oh man, you know what this means, Mr. Edgeworth? If we don't solve this case soon, you can kiss the Steel Samurai goodbye. Ooh, as if we weren't under enough pressure already! Oh no. Alright, let's talk about the incident. I heard you were investigating this one, Mr. Edgeworth. Well, yes, but I'm not the prosecutor in charge, of course. But if you're Kay here's assistant, I guess this is her case? No, that's simply... I can see you're an intelligent man. You're right, of course. I'm in charge of this one. Love it. This is amazing. Don't encourage her. All right, I'll need you to give me straight answers. First of all, this case. Have you noticed anything... perhaps you could give me your impressions. Is that supposed to sound like me? My impressions? I guess my main concern is, no offense to the victim and all, but is it all over for the production? Are we done? I can't help but worry. I think it's probably safe to assume that you are, at least for now. Right. Oh, I knew it. What a bummer. We don't have the location for much longer, either. Because you were due to finish shooting soon? No, because they're due to start building. That lot won't be empty for long. They were letting us use it while they got ready to make a start. I guess the plan was to shoot the rest on the lot back at Global Studios. I've been so worried about everything, what with people spreading all these rumors, too. Rumors? Yeah, this journalist keeps coming around. Y'all been hiding real monsters on that there set of yours. Y'all can't do that. I'm gonna expose y'all. She's always saying stuff like that. I think I know exactly who this journalist might be. Yeah, the photographer, right? I thought you maybe knew her. But you're not, are you? Hiding real monsters, I mean? Are you kidding? If they had real monsters to call on, I'd be out of a job. Creature features. So, you've all been working hard on the movie? Yeah, it's the first time I've been on a reboot from an old series. This one's been a real challenge for me, and everybody else over at Global Studios. If only they'd put this kind of energy into making a new Steel Samurai show or something. I want you to reboot the Steel Samurai. What role are you playing in this one? Me? I'm Torosaurus himself. I was wondering, it's like, are you like the guy in the costume in the Godzilla movie? No way! So you're the star? Well, not quite. I'm in a costume, see? My face won't ever appear on screen. Really? Still, that's pretty amazing. I wish I could wear a costume like that. Hey, do you think I could try it on sometime? I'd settle for just climbing inside one of the horns. I'd love to say yes, but that's not how it works. You can't really climb inside that part. Oh, I get it. Because I'm an outsider, right? That's not the issue at all here, Kay. Sean Fan. Okay, we just unlocked that. Can I ask you a couple of questions about Sean? Sean? Oh, sure. Penny told me what happened. He just disappeared, right? Yeah, sounds like him. Does he do that a lot? Yeah, kinda. If you take 5 mid-shoot, you look around sometimes and he's just gone. Do you have any idea where he might have headed off to? Sorry, no. I did see him leaving the set, though. Huh? You did? And where was he headed? He got on the site bus. But I was checking some equipment over, and by the time I looked back up, he was gone. The site bus. I wonder if he left any clues behind. Do you mind if we take a look inside the bus, Mr. Powers? Sure, you'll have to excuse the mess, though. Alright, let's see what we can find. Alright. Well, thanks, Will. There's a detective over here. Who is this? Oh, hey there, pal. Why the long face, huh? Ever think you ought to maybe lighten up a little? Did you take on any passengers here this morning? Does a witch wear a pointy hat? You bet I did. Just the one fare, mind you. And who was the passenger? There was two guys. Had on these black suits, real sharp looking. Did they have a boy with them? This boy? Nah, like I said, it was just the two of them. Alright, never mind. Thank you for your help. I thought we might be onto something there, but no luck. Two men. Is it, the men in black? Longs guys? Sean! Sean! You in there? No sign of him here either. Kinda thought that basket on the back of the truck there looked suspicious. She's not wrong, it does. Huh? What are you doing, Mr. Edgeworth? Why are you touching the truck? The engine's cold, which means it's been here for a while. No, wait! You can tell just from that? And if it's been parked here for a while, I guess the driver might not be nearby either. We don't really have time to stand around waiting until they get back. Blue truck, parked in front of the big building. Driver is nowhere to be found. Oh, interesting. That's a rose garden. That's the entrance to the big building. That's another to the rose garden, but I guess we gotta look in the truck now. It's a map of the area around the big building. Let's take a closer look. Alright. Sunshine. Hey, Sunshine Coliseum! Isn't that from, Apollo Justice? The Sunshine Coliseum. They hold all kinds of events there. Yeah, I wanted to go to the World Thief Symposium, but they canceled it this year. It was so cool. Thieves from all over the planet gathered in one place. I mean, there was that thing where they arrested pretty much everybody who attended, I guess. Yeah, this is like a back when it was good Onion article. And some people did say the whole thing was just a trap set by the police. And yet you still wanted to go. Mornington Park. I don't really buy into all that stuff, but they do say the light from the sun in the morning gives you more wrinkles, right? And why are we talking about this? Why do you think? Because they called it Morning Tan Park. I'd certainly like to be basking in the morning sunshine without a care in the world right now. Morning Tan Park, oh no. Days End Mall, Sundown Sanitation Plant. The Sundown Sanitation Plant. What do they make cleaning products there or something? Sadly not. I think they just incinerate all the garbage the trucks bring back. By the way, Kay, you seem a little antsy. Oh, it's nothing. Hey, did you see up in the other corner of the map? There's another garbage facility. Indeed there is. I imagine it probably fulfills a slightly different function. There seems to be quite a few such facilities in the area. Yeah, the place is littered with them. Really? That's what you were so excited about? A third-rate pun? Oh boy, we have Dawn Street and Dusk Street, which is quite funny. Daybreak Dump. There's a garbage processing facility right next to the fishing port here. Do they process garbage they pull out of the sea or something? I guess they might, but I doubt that's all they deal with. So what else? Oh, like garbage that washes up on the shore? Shells and fish bones and stuff? Well, who throws that stuff in there in the first place, huh? They should be ashamed of themselves. Didn't they ever hear of recycling? You could make earrings and necklaces and... yeah. Let's maybe talk about this another time, shall we, Kay? Sunshine Harbor, we already looked at that. Sunshine Coliseum. Alright. Big building. This is the big building itself, so that's where we are right now. It's kind of cool looking, but I still can't quite bring myself to like it. I'm not surprised. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised if you never wanted to come here again. Hey, when this is all over, when we have the whole case wrapped up, can we maybe come here just for fun? We can bring Gummy, too. You don't let the past drag you down, do you? It's an admirable quality, I guess. Let's think about that later, shall we, Kay? The case isn't over just yet. We can't afford to start making plans for when it's done. No fun, fine. Let's hurry up and solve this little mystery, shall we? Alright. Well, let's look inside then. There's an array of filming equipment here. Are you getting ready to shoot something? No, nothing scheduled for today at this location. Just the case has gone missing. Case? What is he talking about? Yeah, all that stuff there is normally stored inside a large case. But I look away for 5 minutes and it's wandered off somewhere. Sounds like there's a thief around here. What exactly was taken? Just the case, as far as I can tell. Alright, nice. Why only take that? I would have been more interested in what was inside it myself. I guess whoever took it must have needed the case more than its contents. Did they need to put something in it? Or someone? Huh? Alright. Where would Sean have been sitting? Sean? Oh, that's his seat with the backpack on it. There's something poking out of it. A videotape. Huh? We use these when we're shooting. Why would Sean have one? Was there something he wanted to record? This could be a clue. Do you have a way for us to check what's on the tape? Sure, there's a couple of monitors set up right over there. Alright. Hitting play. It's Sean. Is he rehearsing his lines? Sean was there on his own, running his lines. There's a clearly visible footprint right there, which means this must be from last night. Yeah, he does this sometimes. When he's not happy with a scene, he borrows the equipment and goes over it on his own time. Wow, he's really dedicated, huh? Sure is. He may be young, but he takes his craft seriously. You gotta admire it. Well, that part of it at least, but using the kit without asking part, not so much. And he would have been able to use the equipment on his own? Sure, if all he wanted to do was shoot something pretty basic. Huh? What is it, Kay? Where did Sean go? He ran off somewhere and just left the camera running. It stopped. I guess he ran out of tape. So that's all that's on there? Sean's rehearsal? Interesting. Sean's rehearsal tape data jotted down. Alright. What do we got here? 3 footprints, 2 men. 3 footprints and 2 men. That's right. Stolen from next to the site bus. I don't think any of this is actually relevant yet. Let's keep looking. Have we talked to you yet? A very good day to you, Prosecutor Edgeworth, sir. Huh? I'm not a prosecutor anymore, but he doesn't need to know that, I guess. Good day to you too, officer. Can I ask why you've been posted here? Me? I'm just keeping an eye on things. Excellent, then perhaps you can tell me if any vehicles have come in or out of here this morning. None except the taxi and that blue truck over there, sir. Only 2 vehicles have come in or out. That could be useful to know. Yeah. It's midday already. You think Judge Gavell and the others are doing okay? I'm not sure. How long is it realistically possible to drag out proceedings, I wonder? We have to find Sean! Indeed we do. Ah, heck, not like that, dang it. Is it Lotta again? It is! Wait! Hey! It's, Tabby. How you think we're gonna get us a scoop like that? Sorry, Chief, my bad. How many times I gotta say it? We're scoop fiends, wild critters that survive out scoops and scoops alone. Every second we ain't scooping, we're starving. It's scoop or die out here. Yes, Chief. Well, look who it is, although I can't help but wish it wasn't. When did those 2 get here? Hey, Mr. Edgeworth, we should go talk to them. Should we? Ugh, fine. Let's see. Alright. Let's, wanna look at the Yatagarasu pin? Hey, you! Yeah, you! Top knot girly! Are you talking to me? Well, who the heck else would I be talking to? What's that thing you got stuck on your scarf there? This? Oh, it's my Yatagarasu pin. The Yatagarasu was the greatest thief in the world, and... Never mind all that, dang it! How come it's all wrapped up in gold paper is what I want to know. I bet it's fixing to melt any second. Hello? Anybody home? I'm talking about that big old chocolate bird right there. Don't your mama ever teach you to treat your food with respect? Mr. Edgeworth, what do I do? Just keep quiet and weather the storm, Kay. She'll get bored eventually. Okay. Chocolate bird. Yes. Because, you love putting chocolate coins and stuff on your person. Miss Lloyd calls you Chief, doesn't she? Sure does, because that's exactly what I am. She's my #1 cub reporter. Seems my unique brand of shutterbugging caught her eye, so she came to me to learn the trade. She may be a scribbler, not a snapper, but the both of us are hungry for scoop soup 24/7. And besides, who doesn't want to be called Chief, right? Miss Hart's pictures were what drew Miss Lloyd to her. I suppose it's no surprise that this particular chief attracted an apprentice with such unique tastes. Sure, she didn't score no big stories just yet, but she's hungry. Boy, is she. Hungrier than me, even. And she wants a Torosaurus exclusive better than a coyote wants a chicken. She's been turning this place upside down all day looking for leads. She has. Maybe she knows something about the kidnapping. I think we should ask her, don't you, Mr. Edgeworth? Agreed. We need all the help we can get to find Sean. And I can think of one piece of evidence that might encourage her to tell us what we need to know. Alright, your scoop. So, now that the story of the underground auction is in the bag, what's next? Come on, as if you even need to ask. Torosaurus, that's what. Fate done dropped him right in my dang lap. Snuck in upstairs to cover the auction, and then he shows up right on the doorstep and stomps big old footprints everywhere for good measure. And do you have a particular news outlet in mind for this big scoop? Ha! Does a bear do its business in the woods? I got me 2 or 3 in mind. They'll be all over this like a rash. Heck, there's even one right here in the big building. Tabby and me, we were out there all the time. I mean, mostly on account of how fond they seem to be of throwing us out on our ears, but still. Sounds as if they're both more out than in. Alright. Well, let's talk to Tabby then. Well, if it ain't my good friend Ruffles. And you, Miss Lloyd, but how come you're here, if you don't mind me asking? Let's see. Miss Lloyd, the accusation of murder made against you was, of course, entirely groundless. Yeah, I was wondering, did she get off easy? But the fact remains that you were a willing participant in the staged assassination attempt. The police will no doubt wish to speak to you about the matter. You should be aware that you may well be punished for your actions. Well, they kinda dropped the whole case out of nowhere. Packed me up and shipped me home without as much of a slap on the wrist. Guess it was their way of saying, you keep up the good work now. They did seem kinda keen to get me to never ever mention the whole thing again, though. Yes, because you weren't part of the official story of the attempt on the president's life. And they can't afford to have you getting in the way of that. But Mr. Edgeworth, telling Tabby not to talk is like trying to stop a dam from bursting with a piece of tape. Not exactly the most delicate way of putting it. Wrote up the whole thing, of course, every last detail, plus a few of my own. Handed it into the paper, hopes all high and all, but nothing, not a peep. Was somebody putting pressure on them? Or were the details you read a little too gratuitous, perhaps? Both seem equally plausible, unfortunately. Alright, let's present Yatagarasu. Prosecutor delves into his pocket. After considerable fumbling, he reveals... sorry, you're gonna have to help me out here, Ruffles. No, never mind. I guess she knows nothing about that. About the behind-the-scenes photo. Miss Lloyd, this picture. Say no more, Ruffles. I already know what you're gonna ask. Huh? You do? You're looking for him, right? The kid? What? You just can't get out from under the drama, huh? Wherever he goes, the bodies follow. Miles Edgeworth, trouble magnet. pretty much sums you up, right? Actually, yes it does. Is my reputation really so sordid? And now you done got yourself wrapped up in a kidnapping too? Crazy! Huh? Huh? How did you know about that? Shh, pipe down, will you? Can't be talking about this stuff too loud. I ain't even told the chief about it. Gotta keep it up on the down low, okay? That ain't a cat I want out of the bag just yet. Seriously, how do you know about it? Surely Judge Gavelle hasn't told anybody except us. I bet you'd just love to know, wouldn't you? Well, you can't. It's a secret. She's as stubborn as ever, it seems. Soe wa himetsu desu. Hey, quit staring at me like that. I ain't sharing nothing with that thundercloud of a face. Reporting. What are you doing here at the big building? Are you reporting on something? Hey, maybe I didn't make this clear enough for the first time we met, but you want a reporter to scratch your back, you gotta scratch hers first if you catch my meaning. You mean you want me to give you something you can use for an article? Bingo! And it better be good, because if it ain't, this conversation's over. We do need to know about what might have happened to Sean. Perhaps I could show her a piece of evidence and see if she has anything to give me in return. Alright. Do we have anything of interest? The security camera footage, Miss Hart's statement, Sean's rehearsal tape, maybe? No, never mind. She is not interested in that. The forged letter? Nope. Or did I already show her the right thing? Let's just ask her about what she knows. So, you know something, right? Sure do. Truth is, I done saw it. Little kid being bundled off by two shady characters in black suits. What? Do you know where they went? Nope. Don't got a clue. They was kinda far away when I spotted them. Lost sight pretty quick. Dang it. Still, at least we know something about our kidnappers now. Yes. 2 men in black. Alright. Is that all? Was showing her that all that we needed, I guess? Well, we do have some logicking we can do now. Men in black. 2 men. That's an easy connection, I think. Yeah, there we go. So we've learned a little something about the kidnappers. Miss Lloyd saw 2 men taking Sean away, and the taxi driver remembers giving 2 similar-looking men a ride. They must be the same people, right? I'd say it's a distinct possibility, yes, but there's one thing that doesn't make sense. The taxi driver said specifically that the 2 men didn't have a child with them. Oh yeah, that is weird. No Sean, stolen case. I'm curious about this. Yeah, there we go. Could it be the kidnappers who stole the case? Wait, you mean... Yes, what if they put Sean inside it? He's little enough that he'd fit, I guess. So the reason the taxi driver didn't see him might be that he was loaded into the trunk as baggage. But why did they need to hide him? I imagine they might not have planned to originally, but they didn't count on there being a police presence here in the plaza. Right. That makes sense. They didn't want the officer on duty to see them going off with Sean. So they took a rather drastic measure. That must be it. Alright, let's go see what the taxi driver can tell us. The 2 men you told us about, did they have any baggage with them? Boy, did they. A giant case. Wasn't easy getting that thing in the truck, I tell you. That settles it. They must have been the kidnappers. Where did you take these 2 men, if you don't mind me asking? Look, can see this is important. How about I give you a ride there? That's a great idea. Come on, Mr. Edgeworth. Alright, thank you. Hey, my pleasure, folks. Investigation complete. We still have a lot more logic to do, too. April 6, 12:57 p.m. Unknown location. Did he have to drive that fast? Feel kind of queasy. Are you okay, Mr. Edgeworth? You look a little green yourself. I'm fine. The driver said he took the men to the garage of this house right here. Which means this must be where they brought the case. No way! Look at the name on the mailbox! The name? What? Excelsius Winner? This must be that chairman guy's house. What? Excelsius Winner ordered Sean's kidnapping? Isn't he currently under arrest? Nice, the garage door is unlocked. You spotted that quickly, although I guess I probably shouldn't be surprised. Oh, wow. It smells of engine oil in here. I guess Winner Sr. must be something of a motorhead. Anybody home? No? Anybody? What are we, Kay? Common house thieves? You take that back. We're great thieves, and don't let me hear you say different. Have some self-respect, Mr. Edgeworth. She didn't like that at all. Anyway, it seems nobody's around, which hopefully means we're not at risk of being arrested. Don't let your guard down yet. We're only just getting started here. Now, let's find us some treasures. Aren't we supposed to be looking for Sean? What about this, the case? I think we know what this is. Yes, this has to be it. The equipment case that Mr. Powers told us was stolen. They folded little Sean up, packed him in there, and shipped him all the way here, huh? He's a boy, Kay, not a piece of equipment. And it's possible that he's still here. Then we better find him. My reputation as a great thief is riding on this, and yours as my assistant. Sure it is. What else we got? The motorcycle? No way, this bike is super cool. There's even a skull over the headlight. I suppose it's designed so that the eyes light up when you turn it on. Really? Wow, I bet it's still nothing compared to when you get that steely glint in your eyes. My eyes don't actually light up, Kay. Not yet. What is this, a Dr. Wily motorcycle? What, shovels. There's a sledgehammer, a shovel, and a bunch of other heavy-duty tools here. That thing makes Judge Gavel's hammer look puny. If I ever become a judge, I'm getting one like this. I doubt you'd make yourself very popular swinging one of those around in a courtroom. Really? Fine. What if I swung that shovel around instead? Then it wouldn't be a courtroom, it would be a circus. Promise me you won't do that. You are not a clown. You are the entire circus. Look at these huge bags of flour, Mr. Edgeworth. If we had some water and a rolling pin, we could make us some delicious fresh noodles. I like them nice and firm, don't you? You have to boil them just the right amount. Oh no, we can talk about soba again? I mean, for the first time, chronologically speaking? Is Black Quill here to comment on it? That's not flour, Kay, it's cement. If you mixed it with water, it would become very, very firm indeed. Really? Wow, cement noodles, yeah. Those probably kind of stick in your throat, huh? Just a little, Kay. Just a little. Alright. What are we missing here? Anything? Let's see, we looked at the motorcycle, we looked at the case. We've looked at... I'm curious what, if anything, we've missed. Oh, well, there we go. Look, a treasure. These are mechanics gloves. They say death? Okay. They're designed to be worn when fixing vehicles or working with machines. They're covered in oil that looks like it must be from a machine too. And strangely, dirt. An awful lot of dirt. I doubt they would have gotten like that from a motorcycle maintenance. I hate the guy, but I have to admit, I like his gloves a lot. You think we can maybe come up with a good excuse to borrow them? I was about to take them into evidence, but now I'm not so sure that's a good idea. Mechanics gloves, alright? Kathunk. Huh? There's somebody in the back there. Thud. Thunk. Clatter. Sean, is that you? Sean, stay right there. We're coming. Huh? That's not Sean. But Mr. Winter? What? What's he doing here? Wait, this is Chairman Winter's house, right? Which means... Yes, it's Mr. Winter's home too, presumably. So how did he wind up like this? Untie him, Kay, quickly. A little expert rope work, huh? Leave it to me. All right, like this, and through there, and you're free. Are you okay, Eustace? He looks like he's been through hell. How did you come to be tied up down here? I don't know! You found me! Why don't you tell me? Because we don't know, which is why we're asking. I'm not sure you're going to be able to get much out of him like this. No, in which case, there's only one thing for it. What? Wait, you mean... What? I hate to beat a man while he's down, but it might be the only way. Are you sure? Look, don't go too hard on him, okay? You might push him over the edge. Are we gonna send him to the chess dimension? Understood. I'll tread carefully. I promise. Though I can't promise I'll be very good at it. I've never held back against my opponents before, after all. It is. We're gonna do chess dimension. Oh my goodness. This is amazing. The last time you saw him, he was running out of the courtroom. How did he wind up here? You don't understand! You don't know what it's like being me! Oh my. He's been through a lot. It's gonna be hard to know what might cause him to lose control. In which case, I guess I may just have to quietly listen to what he has to say. Why me? Why am I always the last one to know? Oh, the butt of every joke! He clearly has questions. I'll have to do my best to try and answer them. But he's also clearly in no fit state for this. I'll need to try and finish this quickly. I should figure out what he needs to hear and try to calm him down. Mind chess commands. Okay. You're a total failure of a human being! Tell me what's on your mind. Just take a deep breath and tell me what's on your mind, Eustace. I don't know, that other one seems a little extreme. Wow. No, I will not. Even if I did, it's not like you'd listen to me. I can pretend to listen. You're right, I won't. Bide my time. What is this? Why aren't you shouting objection? You always shout objection. I love it. The audio clip too. Objection. No, hold it. Bide my time. I can say hold it too. What? You really gonna listen to me? Learning the truth about your father can't have been easy. I can only sympathize. Good job not being like his dad, Edgeworth. Yeah. That wasn't the hard part. The hard part was losing everything I ever had in a single morning. Oh, poor you. Did somebody steal something from... By my time. No, we gotta listen. Everything I thought I worked for, it was all a lie. Dad just made it happen. So tell me, Edgeworth, what am I supposed to believe in now? You have to believe in yourself. You don't have to believe in anything. Believe in yourself, maybe? I don't know. You can lose faith in everything but yourself. That you have to believe in. But you don't have to do it alone. Experience, I can't give you. But knowledge, that I'm happy to offer. I had some time to think while I was tied up like that, and I realized something. I'm not cut out to be a prosecutor. I'm incompetent. I don't even know the right word. I think you're... Bide my time. Why are you ignoring me? Is this some game of yours? Are you trying to make me feel even worse? No, calm down, please. Seems I chose the wrong moment to stay quiet. He's crying so much it's making him hard to read. Is he sad? Angry? He cries either way, so it's impossible to tell. I'll just have to ignore his tears and concentrate on what he says. Alright, tell me what's on your mind. Alright, so we gotta listen to him for a bit. Yeah. That was the hard part. Yes. Believe in yourself. Yep. Okay, we're gonna get back to where we were. I think you mean incompetent. I think the word you're looking for is incompetent. So we had to correct him. We had to, actually him. But judging one's own competence is notoriously difficult, so I need you to trust me on something. You're getting better at this, Eustace. Day by day, inch by inch. I swear it. Now, I need to ask you something. Will you help me out? Sure, what do you want to know? Well, first of all, thank you for calming down. Next, I want you to tell me about your kidnapping. I need you to be as detailed as possible, Eustace. Tell me everything you remember seeing and hearing. What did the kidnappers want? Why were you taken to your home? Who were you kidnapped by? Who are you kidnapped by? Do you have any idea who your kidnappers might have been? No, of course I don't. If I did, I'd have told you already. I'll need a clue if I'm going to pursue this line of questioning any further. Alright, try another tag. What do the kidnappers want? Do you have any idea why somebody might have wanted to kidnap you? What do you mean? Why does anybody kidnap anybody? For a ransom, right? I'll need a clue. Okay, so this is... I should try another tag for now. Why were you taken to your own home? Why would somebody kidnap you only to take you back to your own home? Don't you think I want to know that too? I'm the victim here. What are you asking me for? How am I supposed to know? Here, no, bide my time. They locked me up in that box, then locked me up in here. I was scared. So scared. And did you happen to overhear anything your kidnappers might have said? I think one said, if you want to blame somebody, blame the guy who owns this house. The owner, Excelsius Winner. The owner of this house? That's your father, isn't it? Is it? It is? I guess it is, huh? Oh, I get it. The kidnappers were people who hated my dad. That's not it, at least not based on what else we know of the situation. But there was some kind of link between the kidnappers and Winter Sr. That could be a clue. What did they want? I think this is it. No! Okay, who were you kidnapped by? Time to deploy my clue, alright? Your father was behind your kidnapping. Your captor wanted you easily at hand, and where could be more convenient than one's own home. I hate to break it to you, Eustace, but the kidnapping was ordered by your father. What? You don't think he wanted me out of the way? That he was gonna, kill me? Maybe. Of course not. What good would that have done him? His own son, dead in the family garage, he would instantly have become the prime suspect. You're right. Okay, so why did he have me kidnapped? Well, it won't have been for a ransom, not his own son. That wouldn't make sense. So his motive for the kidnapping must have been something else. This could be an important clue. What do the kidnappers want? There we go. My clue. That wasn't your father's motive. Why would somebody kidnap their own child if they were planning on demanding a ransom? Yeah, that is kind of weird. Did anything odd happen during the kidnapping? No, I just answered their stupid question and then they grabbed me. What did they ask you? Their question? What did they ask you? All the other one was you made it so easy for them. You can just totally be a jerk to Eustace. Stop glaring at me like that! What was it again? Oh yeah, they asked me if I knew Gavel. Of course, things are starting to fall into place now. Your father, his goal wasn't to kidnap you. He was out to kidnap Judge Gavel's son, Sean Fan, because he wanted to force her honor into declaring Warden Lagarde not guilty. Wait, Gavel has a son? And it was also Lagarde would be found not guilty? I think you were mistaken for Sean, and that's why you were kidnapped. What? You mean I went through all that by mistake? Wait, that kind of makes sense. Yeah, that would explain the part where... Where what? Have you remembered something? No, it's nothing. I'm nothing. I'm useless. Meaningless. Just go. Just leave me alone. This isn't good. I think I've pushed him as far as he can reasonably be pushed. I have to calm him down and get him to tell me what it is he remembered. Judging by his fragile demeanor, I'd say he's still suffering considerably. I need to help him get back on his feet. What is it you remembered? You remembered something just now. What was it? I didn't remember anything. All I remember is him. You mean your father? Him? You mean your father? No, I didn't mean to bring him up. I'm nothing compared to him. I'd never have made prosecutor if he didn't help me. I've been wanting to ask about that for some time. Why did you become a prosecutor? What do you mean? You think it too, don't you? That I wasn't meant to be one, that I'm not good enough. No, but you're not good enough. Bide my time. Say something, will you? You chose this path. Why? You must have a reason. It's not like that. There's no big reason behind it all. The reason is stupid and dumb and not important. Bide my time. Well, tell me then. Like I said, it's stupid. It probably doesn't mean much to anybody except me. I've often felt much the same about my own reasons for becoming a prosecutor. Really? You have? But you're a real one, a good one, a success. Even my dad, the chairman of the committee, said so. You wanted your father's approval. You wanted your father's approval. I can well understand that. You can? I thought if I became the best prosecutor out there, he'd finally accept me for who I am. I just wanted to not be useless. Get it? Because his name's Eustace and it sounds useless. You're not covering for your father in any way, are you? What? No, I won't cover for him ever again. I mean, why would I after what he's done? Because you wanted to be of use to your father, right? You have a strong desire to be of use to him, so he'll approve of you. Is that fair to say? I mean, why can't I be? Just once in my stupid life! Why can't I make it better? Why can't I clean his name? It's clear his name. It isn't possible to clean a name, Eustace, but you can clear one. I never knew that. In your father's case, though, it's going to be hard. His crimes continue, as your kidnapping shows. Knowing that, do you still think you can help him? But what else do I have? What else am I going to do? Why don't you be the better man and rise above the father who made a fool of you? Stare him straight in the eyes and stop him from committing any more crimes. Hey, you're right. I'll prove him wrong about me. I'll prove him wrong about everything. That seems to have calmed him down again. Now I just need to get him to tell me what happened to the evidence. Let's see if I can't give him the courage he'll need to stand up to his father. If you're covering for him, you're an accomplice. Now, what connects Lagarde and your father? How about that? What's the connection between your father and Warden Lagarde? Sorry, I don't know much about that. You can't think of anything? Even the smallest morsel could be a valuable clue. Oh, I think they maybe worked together once, and... What else do you remember? And what is it? What else have you remembered? I think she got the job at the prison because my dad recommended her. Interesting. And did he have any particular reason to recommend her? I guess he thought she was good at her job, unlike me. He doesn't like you at all, does he? You're jealous of her. No, bide my time on this one. I think they knew each other from back when he was the chief prosecutor. What was he like back then? Was he different at all? Oh, he was amazing. There wasn't a piece of evidence he didn't know, or a case file he hadn't read. An intimate knowledge of cases and the evidence pertaining to them. That could be an important clue. Where's the evidence from this case? Key pieces of evidence from the Lagarde trial failed to make it to the courtroom. As the prosecutor in charge, they were your responsibility. Did you misplace them somehow? No, that's not what happened. You haven't heard my side of the story. I don't want to hear your excuses. No, you'll listen to my side of the story. I don't even have a side to this story. Bide my time. I thought I was putting them in the safest place there was. But oh, what did I do? What did I do? Seems he's drowning in his own self-doubt again. Guess I'd better send out a lifeboat and bring him in. You gave the evidence to your father. I think I know what you thought would be the safest place possible. With your father, isn't that correct? Well, he told me it would be all safe with him. He said there was nowhere safer. Well, I'm afraid he betrayed your trust. And in the ugliest way possible. So he got rid of it? Why, Dad? What were you thinking? He wanted to mess with the trial. He wanted to make you a laughingstock. Now mess with the trial. Your father wanted to obscure the truth in order to ensure that Warden Lagarde was declared innocent. There's no easy way to say this, Eustace. He used you. There's a chance that the evidence is still in Chairman Winter's possession. And we still don't know where Sean is. We need to get back out there and find him. It's all my fault. What do I do now? I can't stand by and watch him like this. He's had a brutal collision with a reality he never even knew existed. I should ask him what he means to do now. Perhaps I could even help him figure that out. There's no way around it. The road ahead will be a hard one. But maybe this is fate. And maybe my job is to point him in the right direction. What do you mean to do now? Will you walk the same path as your father? Will you continue to work as a prosecutor? Well, mean to do now, I guess. So what now, Eustace? Well, first I'm going to give this stupid jacket back. I don't deserve to wear it. My dad always said that clothes make you a man, but I'm no man. Its clothes make the man. Yeah, it would. Yeah, I think it would suit me pretty nicely. Hello, welcome. Welcome. Yo. Its clothes make the man, Eustace. It is. Thanks, Sedgeworth. I'm learning a lot from you today. That's good to hear. Now, about that jacket, why don't we make you into a prosecutor worthy of it? All right, let's do it. Let's make it so nobody ever makes fun of me again. Oh, they'll still make fun of me. Don't get too excited. No, bide my time. Thank you. Appreciate it. But how? How do I get there? Tell me. What do I need to do? I just don't know. I just don't know. I'll need a clue if I'm going to pursue this line of questioning any further. I should try another tack for now. All right. Will you continue to work as a prosecutor? How about that? Do you mean to continue working as a prosecutor, Eustace? I don't even want to think about that yet. After all, I only ever became one because of my dad. I probably shouldn't even think about carrying on, should I? Only you can answer that. No, you shouldn't. The only person who can answer that question is you. Yeah! Only you can decide what path you choose to walk. Then, I don't want to stop being a prosecutor. If I give up now, I'll regret it for the rest of my life. I just know it. So he intends to see this through. I'll bear that in mind. Will you walk the same path as your father? How can I make a man out of Eustace? Yes, exactly. Eustace. I love it. Do you mean to be like your father? To continue to ignore the truth? Come on, give me a break, will you? Can a guy get a glass of human kindness when he needs one? Do you mean the milk of human kindness? You'll get no kindness from me, Ella. Are you talking about the milk of human kindness? I'm afraid that's not quite how the phrase is used. It's not? Listen, talking with you like this, it's helpful for me too. There was a time where there were truths I didn't want to face up to either. But a good friend taught me the error of my ways. A good friend. A certain man, you might say. That's nice, but I don't have anybody like that. I can be... I guess you don't. Must be sucks to be you, man. I can be that person for you. If you could muster the courage to try to find your feet again, I'd be very happy to help. You would? But only if you really mean to try. I don't want to be like my dad. You want to be better than him, don't you? Yes, Eustace, I see it now. He's told me that he wishes to be better than his father, and that he wishes to remain a prosecutor. I take that to mean that he wants to be a different kind of prosecutor than his father. That's the first important decision he's ever made for himself, and it tells us where he means to go next. What do you mean to do now? Alright, so... Close make the man. Yeah, we're gonna correct him on that. Thanks. Alright. That's still funny. They're gonna still make fun of you. Tell me what I need to do. Alright. Only he'd remember his own words from a few minutes ago. The decision he made should serve as a good guide as to what he should do next. You'll be a different kind of prosecutor. You want to remain a prosecutor, but walk a different path from your father, correct? It won't be easy. But the path you have chosen is that of the true prosecutor. And now that you have chosen it, when the time comes, you'll know exactly what to do. I understand probably for, like, I guess copyright reasons, they couldn't call this game what the fan translation called it, because this was originally called Prosecutor's Path. And now it's what, Prosecutor's Gambit? Prosecutor's Path makes so much more sense, conceptually, thematically, but whatever. You're lucky. I myself still haven't quite decided what to do with my life. But you have, and it's a choice you made all on your own. Now all you have to do is believe in yourself, and in the path you have chosen. Mistaken for Sean and kidnapped by his own father's underlings, and losing his belief in himself as a prosecutor after his father stole his evidence. He's been through so much in the span of a single day. More than I can imagine. Well, it took a little longer than I thought it would, but that's checkmate. Like, it wasn't even a logical conversation. It was just like, I'm going to try to make you believe you're not a complete failure. No! Wow, I don't think I've ever seen him move so fast. He's particularly speedy when it comes to running away from things, it seems. April 6th, 1:15 p.m. Big building. Plaza. Yeah, we don't have much time left. I think we'd better check in with Fender. He'll want an update on what we've discovered. And we need to know what's going on over at the courthouse. I think the chess dimension is better for therapy than that robot whose name I already forgot. Yeah, that one. Yeah. Wait, what robot? I don't remember any robots. What? That's weird. No one has ever had a yellow theme outfit in this series. There have never been any females who work for, you know, the Right Anything agency in the future. But Eustace ran off, right? Isn't he supposed to be the prosecutor in charge? We're just updating Fender. Nothing else will change. Francisco will continue for the prosecution. Okay. Is that really all right, though? It's gonna have to be. Like you say, Eustace ran off. I wonder what exactly is happening to keep this trial going. Look, I hate to be a stickler for the details, but let's go over this just one more time, shall we? No murder weapon means no conclusive proof means no conviction. That's all there is to it. That makes no sense! The lack of a murder weapon doesn't prove your client's innocence. Don't make me come over there and whip it into you. Eddie, darling, how much longer is this going to take? It's almost as if you're trying to drag this out for as long as possible. Sorry, Phoebes, it's our friend, the prosecutor over there. She's stubborn as a freaking mule. Then give me a satisfactory explanation. Or I'll just have to keep whipping you until you can. Seriously? I've already taken more licks than I've had birthdays. Whoa! We're getting something from Eddie's point of view? Are we Eddie right now? Whoa! Come on, Miles, what's taking so long? I'm happy to buy you some time and all, but I'm taking a beating here. Oops, sorry, G, this one's important. Mind if I take it? Fine. Fender. Malzarino, boy, am I ever glad to hear your voice. How are things on your end? We're in the phone dimension right now. We found Eustace. Sweet! And the knife? And the chisel? Unfortunately, he entrusted both to his father's care. Which means that Chairman Winner is the only person who knows where they are. Chairman Winner? Well, why would he... We're not quite sure of the specifics just yet. But we do know that Chairman Winner and Warden Lagarde have some sort of connection they'd rather others didn't know about. Gotcha. Alright. Guess the next move will be to get Excelsius Winner on the stand. Huh? Best to hear the deets from the proverbial horse's mouth, right? I'll keep looking for the missing evidence, and for Sean. Well, shake a leg, will you, big guy? Can't keep this one from going to the judges much longer. We're a gnat's whisker from a verdict here. Understood. Maybe you should tell Gavel that Sean wasn't kidnapped? I mean, we don't know for sure, but I don't know. I wonder how long Judge Gavel's nerve can hold. This can't be easy for her. We need to hurry. How are things over at the courtroom of doom? They're going to call Chairman Winner to the stand. Who knows how that will go for them. Yeah, he's already stooped to evidence stealing and kidnapping. What else is he capable of? Exactly. Perhaps we should look over any evidence we have relating to him, just in case it might help. Good idea. All right, let's leave it to me. Presenting a hot new piece of evidence, fresh from the evidence oven. The gloves we found in his garage. Yes. I was thinking about those. Anything else? What about the case file from the IS-7 incident? Chairman Winner was involved in that, right? Yes, he helped suppress the evidence. It's probably a good idea to have the notes on hand. IS-7 incident case file. Yep. Excellent. And do we have anything else? We sure do. Last but far from least, there's this. Your Yatagarasu pin? Did she just present her badge to me? What? I asked for evidence related to Chairman Winner. Can you please try and take this seriously? Says the guy who spends his life presenting people with evidence that has nothing to do with anything. Love it. Love it. That's great. I love it. Yeah, that's different. Wait, that's Eustace. Huh? Hey, what are you doing here? What? Rude. He totally ignored me. What was he doing in the big building, I wonder? Let's go inside and see if we can figure out what he was up to. Yes, good idea. Huh? The hatch is wide open. Maybe Eustace opened it. I like that in a building that is 50 stories tall, they decided to just go straight to the top. And they assumed that's where he was at. Did Eustace really come down here? Mr. Edgeworth, look! The safe, it's open. I guess maybe he did come down here. We'd better take a closer look. Let's see. I'm going to take a real quick break because there haven't actually been any breaks for a bit. So I'll be right back, okay? And I'm back. All right, let's look in the safe then. Oh yeah, we haven't been in this room with actual K. I forgot. But let's look. There's some stuff left in the safe. I think we'd better take a look, don't you? The owner will just have to forgive our prying. Is it a document of some kind? Let's see. Yeah, a document. And there's a photo attached, too. This picture, it's of... Whoa, that's Mr. Knight, right? The name's Bronco Knight. I'm the president's personal bodyguard. Why is there a picture of him in here? And what's this paperwork about? I'm not sure. Let's take a closer look. You were right, darling. There's some sort of connection between Knight and Canis. As you know, we've been trying to find out who Canis plays his silly correspondence chess games with. Well, now we know. I'll be pulling Knight into my office for a thorough grilling tomorrow. And I'll make that worm admit he's Canis's lackey if it's the last thing I do. So you do your bit too and retrieve the package we laid to rest 12 years ago. I'm sure it's still right in front of the planter where we left it. It seems to be some sort of report on Knight. Yeah, and it must be from right around the time he was killed. We know that Knight was killed while being interrogated in the prison warden's office. I think we can safely assume that this document was written by Fifi Lagarde, don't you? I'd say so. But who was it written for? Oh, I guess whoever owns the safe? And I'd say that that's likely to be the auctioneer, Excelsius Winner himself. Proof that they really did know each other. Indeed. And not only that, it proves another connection. Huh? Lagarde and Winner were trying to flush out Mr. Canis's henchman. Oh, you mean Body Harmer Canis, right? The assassin guy with a soft spot for dogs? Yes, something links the three of them. Something they don't want anybody to know. But what? I don't know yet, but I suspect it has something to do with this case. Report on Knight. Alright. Wait, there's something else in here we've seen before. There's something on his finger. Oh, yeah. The ring. Don't even think about it, okay? What? I didn't say anything. Well, Mr. Knight. Your chess set and your ring are here, too. All your possessions in one place. So basically the safe was full of evidence from the murder at the prison? It would seem so. Which means the missing knife and chisel might be here, too. Knife, chisel. No dice. There's nothing else here apart from Mr. Knight's stuff. Really? Curses. Knight may be dead. Curse you, Edgeworth! Our game isn't over yet. But he left unfinished business behind him. I think we need to find out what it was. Alright. Knight's possessions. Anything else worth looking at? Let's see, that's 1, 10, 100. What exactly are you counting, Kay? The zeros on this sign here. 1,000, 10,000, 100,000, 1,000,000? So that's 2,400,000? 2,400,000 pounds? This must be the heaviest statue in the world. Heavy enough that there would be nothing but a hole in the floor if that were true. Oh yeah, you wouldn't know what this suitcase was. I doubt there would be much point descending to the committee chamber right now. A secret elevator and a secret ladder and a secret storeroom. Whoever built this place sure loves secrets, huh? They certainly seem to. Do you think that's important somehow? Sure do. Us great thieves love secrets too. We're almost as good at hiding stuff as we are at stealing it. But don't worry, I won't go to your house and hide your Persian slippers, I promise. Well, I don't even own any. Wait, okay. Look at this, a giant monkey head. And the monkey has a top knot. It's the mascot of Global Studios. It showed up in a previous case of mine. Oh, I think I've heard of him. Mr. Monkey? Yeah, that's it, Mr. Monkey. Close K, but not quite. I think you'll find it's Mrs. Monkey. Huh, is that so? Shame. Mr. Monkey sounds way cooler, don't you think? I love it. She's right, he's not. It's the money from the underground auction. Perhaps it would be better if Kay didn't see it. Stealing money is kind of the big thing with thieves right now. Stealing money is so hot right now. There are trends in thievery. But don't worry, Mr. Edgeworth. I'm no fashion victim. I'm my own great thief. They broke the mold when they made this Yatagarasu. Then I guess we'd better not let her continue to believe that stealing money is the latest thing. Yeah. The legs are 4 human figures holding up the tabletop in the center. It's certainly bold. And it would certainly keep you safe if you hid underneath it during an earthquake. Tons of stuff could fall on top of it, and it still wouldn't break. Yes, and then you'd be trapped in the company of these 4 strange fellows. Oh, it wouldn't be me trapped under there. Great thieves mostly work outdoors. No, it'd probably be you down there trying to think of what to talk to them about. Why don't you get under there now and practice a few lines? No, thank you. Edgeworth and earthquakes, let's not dredge that up. This is the transceiver the killer contacted us on. This is Yatagarasu. Repeat, Yatagarasu. Come in, Mr. Edgeworth. Over. What was that? We have successfully infiltrated floor 51 of the big building. Over. Transmitting my position now. I'm standing right next to you, Kay. There's no need to transmit anything. No way! You got here already? How did you do that? I have no idea what you're talking about, but can we please get back to our investigation? Request to regroup and reconnoiter duly received. Can do. Over. Good, then let's get to it. Roger that. Over and out. There's a lot of just goofy side stuff that you miss out if you don't examine this. Let's see. They wrapped this box in chains so nobody could open it, huh? Yes, as you can see. So it wouldn't just need my ropecraft skills to escape? I'd need to learn some chain work, too. Ugh, it's hard being a great thief these days. Beef problems. Now there's a type of quandary I'd never thought about before. Just thief things. Doesn't take a genius to spot that there's something missing here. Indeed. The Jammin' Ninja mask you were found with. I hope the events of 2 nights ago weren't weighing on you too heavily, Kay. Yeah, masks down here, a cotton candy store up above. All we need is a Ferris wheel and a rifle range, and we've got ourselves a fairground. That's what you were talking about. Seems I needn't have worried at all. Well, let's go back up. Could I interest you two in some cotton candy, perhaps? Who is it? Who is it? Oh! I have ice cream too, but if I recall correctly, you weren't much of a fan. You! The killer! It's wonderful to see you looking so well, Mr. Edgeworth. What are you doing here? It's just as I said, I'm selling cotton candy. Can I really not interest you in some? Parting clouds, it's called, very apt. Sweeter than death itself, and so delicious you'll feel you're parting the clouds en route to heaven. He's the last person on earth I'd accept candy from. I was hoping to ask you about my little message. Did you manage to figure it out yet? Congratulations on another case solved, yet I can't truly say it's been fully resolved, can you? Have you been watching us this whole time? Watching you? No, I prefer to think I've been watching over you. The stand here really is the most marvelous little vantage point. How are the two things any different? And what does he want with us? The president's murder. Was that you? Oh no! My contract elapsed a little while ago. He was rather famous among us assassins, you know. The man no one could kill. Notoriously stubborn, despite multiple attempts over the years. And it wasn't just his brawn that kept him safe. He used bodyguards, body doubles, you name it. It certainly wasn't his brawn that kept him safe. Sadly, this time his bodyguards were nowhere to be found. And after Mr. Rook died to save him, too. As I said, it wasn't me. I do not kill without good reason. Which is something else I have to be grateful to Mr. Rook for. Thanks to him, I avoided killing someone entirely unworthy of my attention. Thanks to... what does that mean? The person who hired me deliberately misled me as to the identity of my target. A betrayal of trust, which I won't soon forgive. That is why I'm currently doing all I can to track them down. And do you know what I think? I think you and I are looking for the same person. Is he talking about whoever it was that killed the president? And who is this person, if you don't mind me asking? Oh, come now, I can't tell you that. It's against the rules. Revealing the identity of the client is out of the question. I'd hardly stay in business long if people couldn't trust me now, would I? But that doesn't mean there's anything to stop me from catching up with them in my free time. And what are you gonna do when you find them? Why, dish out a little justice for the betrayal I suffered, of course. What? What are you saying? What's gonna happen to them? I think you can imagine. Well, this hasn't exactly been a pleasant catch-up. But I shouldn't leave you completely in the dark. There's something you ought to know. Our mutual friend, Bodhidharma Kanis. He escaped 3 days ago. What? Oh, interesting. 3 nights ago, to be precise, his cell was suddenly, simply, empty. Almost as if he knew I was coming to pay him a visit. Wait, the killer went to visit Kanis in prison? Does that mean he's the person the killer is looking for? Now, I'd better not take up any more of your time. We'll be seeing one another again soon, I'm sure. Let's both keep up the good work, shall we? We'll run our target to ground in the end. First a killer, now Kanis. 2 assassins on the loose. This is so cool. I'm loving this. This is great. I love the dramatic setup here. Huh? That sound. Mr. Edgeworth, it's Judge Gavel's cell phone. What? Is it... That's the Torosaurus theme, isn't it? Could it be Sean? How's it going, Miles? Whoever it is using a voice changer. Who is this? It's your friend in the red raincoat, of course. Red raincoat? Oh. You're the one who abducted Kay. Bingo, well figured out, Mr. Genius Prosecutor. I can't hear, Mr. Edgeworth. Sorry, where's the speakerphone button? I was as surprised as anybody when she lost her memory like that. Talk about a curveball. Hey, I'm standing right here, you know. But never mind all that. I called to talk about something else. Yeah, there's something I need to tell you. Truth is, I was the one who made Big Bad Chairman Winner kill Little Miss Rosie Ringer. What? This must be the person the killer was talking about. I also called to say thank you. Another want or need your thanks. Sure, but you deserve them anyway. Guess the penny didn't drop yet, huh? You're right. I abducted Kay, as you put it, but why would I do that, That's right, because I needed you to help me make sure that Winner got caught. No. If Kay was a suspect, you'd have to look into it. And if you looked into it, you'd be sure to unmask him eventually. After all, you're a genius, right? Everything worked out exactly like I planned. Oh, but there's something else you should know. Something you didn't figure out yet. It wasn't Winner who kidnapped Judge Gavel's boy. Huh? You? How do you know about that? You and the good judge are more similar than you know. I think you might even be becoming friends. After all, she visited you at the detention center, right? Seems pretty pally to me. How could they possibly know about that? She didn't even use her real name when she visited. She pretended to be Detective Gumshoe. Anyway, you want to know how I knew about the kidnapping? That one's nice and simple, at least. Because sweet, innocent little Sean is here with me right now. Whoa! No! Oh, sounds like that one was a real surprise. If only I could see your faces. Well, Kay, what do you say? Why don't you come and steal him back just like you said you would? You wouldn't want the amazing Yatagarasu's first commission to be a failure, would you? They even know about that? How can they possibly know so much? Oh, don't get the wrong idea about dear old Excelsius, by the way. Papa Winner's still a villain through and through. He wanted to kidnap Sean. I just got there first. So there were 2 kidnapping plots? Oh, what a bunch of clowns! His goons kidnapped his own son by mistake. Is Sean really there with you? Prove it. Put him on the phone. Oh, he's here. But I'm afraid I can't do that. He's sleeping. So sweet. Then why should we believe you? You might not be the kidnapper at all. Look, if you don't want to believe me, that's up to you. What do you want? What's the endgame here? Are you just trying to get Lagarde acquitted? Nope. I couldn't care less about whether they find her guilty or not. So whoever it is, they're not after the same thing as Chairman Winner. My endgame is going to have to stay a secret for now. Alright, nice talking to you. You kids have fun, okay? Don't think for 1 second you'll get away with this. Oh, don't worry. I'm counting on you at least trying to track me down. That'll be half the fun. Heh, not that I rate your chances of bringing me to justice very highly. Bang. Ugh! Who was that? I wish I knew. But they didn't give us enough to figure that out. Deliberately, I imagine. What? So we really have nothing to go on? That's not fair. They sure knew a whole lot about us. Indeed they did. You're right. It was uncanny how much they seemed to know. How is it possible that they were party to so much that happened in private? Right? They knew everything about the whole kidnapping situation, too. We need to figure that out. How? Where were they getting their information from? Let's consider this carefully. What were the things they knew? You and the good judge are more similar than you know. I think you might even be becoming friends. Yeah, we just saw this. So, we just saw this game series. I know you like to do this. Oh well. Yeah, the whole detention center thing, and she knew, or whoever this person is, knew about Kay's statements. Yeah. That's it. Based on the specifics they mentioned, there's only one possible answer. I've got it, Kay. I know how they knew. Huh? Really? Whoever it was, they were following us, filming us, or listening in. Listening in, I'd say, right? They must have been able to hear us somehow. It's the only possible answer. What? Like they were eavesdropping on us? Think about what the kidnapper said. That one was the look on the faces thing, right? If only I could see your faces. That means they couldn't, so they weren't filming or following us. Okay, so what? They hit a bug somewhere? Let me take a look at the stuff in my bag. Where could they have concealed it? We need to go back to what they said again. Yes, they somehow knew about something they shouldn't have. Judge Gavel's impromptu visit and our conversation in the visitor's room. Judge Gavel? Please, Mr. Edgeworth. Take a seat. Right. What evidence did I have on my person at that point? The bug must have been hidden here. What, legit? All you had was the Adagarasu pin. Okay, can I take a closer look at your badge? The Adagarasu pin? No, it's mine. What? Seriously, Mr. Edgeworth? Sure, you're a great thief's assistant now. But that doesn't mean you get to wear the pin right away. You have to earn it. I don't want to wear it. I want to check it for bugs. Huh? This old thing? Let's take a look, shall we? Hey, what's that little slot there? Yep. Got it. Huh? Whoa! So I was right. Yatagarasu pin data updated in my organizer. How did you know? Whoever it is we're dealing with, they came into close contact with you recently. And they knocked me unconscious, you mean? Precisely, which made me think the bug must be in one of your possessions. But they also overheard my conversation with Judge Gavel when she visited me. Something that would have been impossible if I didn't have the bug on my person at the time. I get it. So you thought back over what they let you keep hold of when they locked you up. Yes, all the case evidence I was carrying had been confiscated. Meaning the only thing it could possibly have been was your pin. So they were listening to us the whole time? And they heard everything we said? I suspect so. Everything to do with this case and more. Wait, they're probably listening to what we're saying right now. They may well be, yes. Hey, jerkface! Okay. Eavesdropping coward! Why don't you come out and show yourself? Huh? What was that sound? Wait, what? Ow, 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 ouch, dang it! Huh? Oh, look, it's Tabby. Y'all sure know how to surprise a girl. You gotta shout that loud without a word of warning? It made me jump halfway out of my skin. Sorry. What's got you so ornery anyhow? Get a load of this, seriously, it'll make your blood boil. It will, huh? I'm all ears. I wonder if we might be better off keeping it to ourselves, Kay? Assuming we don't want to be all over the front page of tomorrow's paper, that is. Oop, thanks. Nearly walked right into that. Oh, come on, y'all are no fun at all. I was counting on you opening up and spilling the beans all over this here plaza. I better switch off the bugs before I forget. Bug, got it. So, did y'all find that there kidnapped kitty? Speaking of which, the child you saw being taken away. Was it the boy in this photograph? Huh? No, that ain't him. The kid I saw looked dumber in mud, even if he did have on some fancy school uniform. Ouch! No prizes for guessing who she means. So Miss Lloyd managed to confuse matters once again. Okay, I showed her this picture earlier, and that's what prompted her to talk about the kidnapping. Oh my gosh, really? Ay, ay, ay. You'd think Edgeworth would have asked that originally. Whatever. I think we'd better take another look around. Back to square one. Hopefully we'll turn up some new information soon. There are only 20 minutes left until 2. Are we gonna make it in time? Wait, Mr. Edgeworth. I just had a thought. It's about that phone call. There was a weird noise in the background, right? There was. Oh yeah, it was a bang, right? Don't worry, I'm counting on you at least trying to track me down. Right. Not that I rate your chances of bringing... Right. Hi. Bang. Wait, she's right. We heard a loud bang right at the end. Uh-huh. Could that provide a hint as to the kidnapper's location? Uh-huh. A loud bang, you say? I see. Gah! Will you stop eavesdropping? Boy, you never get any cuddlier, do you, Ruffles? Well, I guess I'll need to speak with Miss Lloyd, too, much as I don't want to. Begin an investigation, yeah. Hey! What are you doing over here? Stop, Gummy! Why are you running away from us? Yeah, what's going on? Detective Gumshoe. When you gave up your badge, sir, I didn't know what to do with myself. You stay right where you are, Detective. So I thought, if you weren't gonna be a prosecutor anymore, then maybe I shouldn't be a detective either. Huh? But I was wrong. Even if you're not around, I'll always be a detective. My job will always be to investigate crimes, and us detectives don't just investigate when prosecutors ask us to. We have to be able to look into stuff ourselves, too. Is that what you were doing just now? And back then, too. You should thank your former subordinate for what I'm about to share. In his desperation to help Kay Faraday, he gave me a valuable piece of information. Detective Gumshoe did that? So Rosie Ringer's autopsy report? When I went down to the detention center to see how Kay was doing, When you get to my level, you don't uncover the truth. You make it, little by little. Kay Faraday, murderer. That's the truth. The truth I created. Grr. Yes, my boy, that's what I like to see. You overheard that? Yeah, so I went back and looked over the evidence. Dug out a little something I thought might help. No way, Gummy, you're the best. I'd be in prison right now if it wasn't for you. My pleasure, kid. Good to see you got your memory back, by the way. Thanks. So anyway, like I said, I'm investigating stuff for myself these days, and that's that. Wait, Gummy, don't run off again. We get it. You can look into stuff for yourself now. That's great. And it helped me. Right when I needed it most. But right now, we need you to work with us. I'm no longer a prosecutor, or indeed anything. But we're investigating a case regardless. And I ask you this not as a prosecutor, but as a friend. Detective Gumshoe, will you help us? Oh, stop it, sir! You're killing me here! Come on, Gummy. All right. I'll do it. Just stop bowing and being nice to me, okay? It's weird. Gummy! Thank you, Detective. So, what do you need? You want to see the Atagrasu pin? That's Kay's pin, right? It's pretty cool. Almost as cool as your prosecutor's badge. The badge you don't have anymore. Hey, don't let it get you down, Gummy. It's not all bad, you know. Think about it this way. Now somebody else will be in charge of your salary review. Somebody else? Oh! Why did that make him cry even more? What have you been up to? Can you tell us what you've discovered in the course of your investigations, Detective? Yes, sir. Sure I can. All right, so I got 3 big things to tell you. Here goes. Number 1. I've got some results from you from when forensics looked at Kay's clothes. They found traces of what looked to be a powerful sedative. Brand was 3 Z's. I guess that's what she was drugged with at Gourd Lake before she was taken to the roof of the big building. Sure seems that way. Now for number 2. I got hold of all the footage from that security camera in front of the big building elevator. The camera that captured President Wong and Judge Gavelle that night. The elevator is usually the only way of getting up onto the roof, correct? And therefore anyone using it should have been caught on camera.
That's right, so winding the tape back to 2 nights ago, we should have been able to see Kay being carried up there while she was out cold.
And did you spot me, Gummy?
I watched it all on fast forward. Everything from 2 days ago till the end.
Yes, and?
Nothing. No sign of Kay anywhere.
I thought it was too good to be true. So how did the kidnapper get her up there? I think we'll need to look into that in a little more detail. And the last item on your list?
Yes, sir. This is the big one. The third thing I have to tell you is... It's great to be working with you again. I'll help you catch this perp if it's the last thing I do. And that about wraps it up.
I've put you through a lot, Detective. But that doesn't mean I can start going easy on you. That's the big one, as you put it? It doesn't even have anything to do with the case. I would have preferred something of practical use.
Oh, no mercy, huh? Guess I shouldn't have expected any less. Thanks, Mr. Edgeworth.
Help with the search. A boy has been kidnapped. We need your help to find him.
Kidnapped?
Yes, his name is Sean Fan.
Oh, wait, the kid with the horns?
You know him?
I saw him earlier today.
You mean this morning?
Yeah, he got off that bus over there. And then he walked off toward the garbage disposal area.
Where's that?
Just over there. It's where all the offices in the big building put their trash before it gets taken away. Where he went after that, I couldn't tell you. I had to leave right around then.
I think we'd better take a closer look at this garbage disposal area. All right, nice. So we can go there? We can! Cool. Okay. Will's over there. What else we got? This is the site bus. They use it for moving the cast and crew around during shooting. A bus, huh? Then we need to know where it's going and how much the tickets cost. It's Global Studios' own private bus, Kay. You wouldn't need to buy a ticket. And the destination will change depending on the needs of the crew. So let me get this straight. It's free and it goes anywhere you want it to? I gotta get me one of these. What you want then is not a bus, but a car, okay? Just like everyone else. There's an array of filming equipment here. It's practically screaming steal me just sitting there on the ground like that, huh? Okay. I know. I was just seeing how it felt to say it. If I stole Global Studios gear, they'd never be able to make another Steel Samurai show again. And where would that leave you and all the other fans, huh? That's not why I stopped you, but it's also a good point. Will, got anything to say? Mr. Powers, can I ask you a somewhat impertinent question?
Sure. What is it?
Are they planning on making any more Steel Samurai?
Yeah, sorry. Does this have something to do with your case?
No, I was simply asking out of interest.
I'm sorry, Mr. Edgeworth, but they don't let us talk about this stuff with just anybody.
Oh, I'm sorry to have put you on the spot. I knew it was a long shot. Oh, well. But he didn't say they weren't planning on making anything new. Interesting. Love it.
Well, if it ain't my two newest pals. More trouble? Hop in.
Thank you, but we don't need to go anywhere right now.
Ah, you don't gotta say nothing, buddy. I can see it written all over your face. You gotta go make a fresh start, am I right? New town, new house, new everything. Cops on your tail, wise guys even, it doesn't matter. Just rip it all up and start again. Come on, hop in. Your new life starts right here. Just be sure to tip generously now.
I'm starting to wonder why we weren't more suspicious of him the first time. But yeah, really. How are things looking here, officer? All good?
Yes, sir, very good indeed.
I haven't just been keeping my eyes and ears peeled, but by nose, tongue, and fingers, too. It's a whole new kind of guard duty, and I must say, I'm really relishing the challenge it presents. No offense, but would you mind concentrating on more traditional methods? Okay. Hey, Edgeworth can always get the Steel Samurai DLC for Street Fighter.
So you got anything from Tabby? How about that? Little help from little old me, and y'all made a giant leap to solving the case. Closer, sure. By closer, you mean we wound up going after the completely wrong kidnap victim. She must have barely looked at the photo at all. Oh, I'm so glad you addressed that, because that bothered me. Oh, really? And here I thought I'd given you all the tip of the century. My bad. It's not your fault, it's ours for putting our trust in unreliable sources. We'll just have to learn not to do that again. Hey, that ain't nice. I don't gotta give you all no tips at all, you know? And I won't, not if you're gonna talk to me like that. Alright, fine, maybe just this one, but only because I got a real scoop for y'all this time. A real scoop, This should be good. Your scoop. Fine, I'm not expecting much, but you got my attention. What is this scoop of yours? Proof, that's what. Proof that Torosaurus really is real. Alright, Kay, we're leaving. Wait, I ain't lying, I swear. Sure, it's hard to believe, but it's true. We don't have time for this, but we also don't have much else to go on, I suppose. Proof? What kind of proof? Did you capture something on your tape recorder, perhaps? Oh, you're good, Ruffles. Sharper than a gosh dang tack. I captured the sound of that big old beastie breathing fire is what I captured. I was hoping for something a little better than that. Hey, don't make that face, dang it! I ain't lying! Listen for yourself and tell me it ain't true. Alright, ready? It's fire-breathing time, dagnabbit. There, well... kinda hard to tell over the shouting, but it could have been something breathing fire, maybe? And tell me, Miss Lloyd, did you see this fire-breathing something with your own eyes? Well, not exactly with my eyes as such. Being as how I wasn't precisely close by when it happened. Surely the real Torosaurus would be pretty hard to miss, no matter how far away you were standing. Well, see, I was far away, but also recording via what you might call non-standard means. Would you mind explaining what you mean by that? Yeah, I really dug myself a hole here, huh? Your non-standard means, okay? See, I could have rigged me up a little wireless intercept, hoping to do a little scoop detecting. That's so sad. Poor insect. Not an insect, Kay, an intercept. She was listening out for radio signals. What the heck? It would have allowed her to listen in on any nearby transmissions. Me and the chief have been down here at the big building sniffing around these last couple days. Looking into Miss Hart's tip about the underground auction, I assume. Which would mean that you've been listening in on all the radio signals in the area, too. Sure have, which is how I wound up hearing the most thunderous, ear-splitting noise you ever did hear. The pounding of feet, the electricity in the air, that was it. Torosaurus at last! You made up everything except the roaring sound, didn't you? The long and short of it is that you didn't actually see anything, correct? Hey, I don't need to see things. I'm a writery here. Anyhow, I kept listening till down the line comes. Hey, you're... Pal, there's voice hollering fit to beat the band. Eavesdropping coward, why don't you come out and show yourself? All right. Yeah. That. I remember this. Our apologies for that. I'm sure Kay didn't mean to bowl you over with a little outburst. I assume it was as shocking as it was because you didn't hear it directly. It came through your headphones while you were listening to the signal from the bug, didn't it? What? Are you saying she planted it? Hey, come on now, I ain't into no bugging, just a little lighthearted intercepting is all. Would you mind if we borrowed the tape of what you recorded, Miss Lloyd? Yeah, do what you dang will, please. Oh, interesting, okay. That's helpful. Oh, Mr. Edgeworth. Mr. Saint. Miss Barry. How's the search going? Did you find him? Not yet. Poor Sean. Sean? Oh, nothing. Just a slip of the tongue. I guess they still don't know about the kidnapping. Well, we did manage to find Eustace, yes. You did? That's great. Thanks so much. Now maybe they won't arrest me again. Alright. Are we supposed to talk to them? I guess so.
Me and all my friends were not looking. But you beat us to it. No fair.
Her friends? I guess she means the animals? No, it was Max Galactica, obviously. Let's see. You got a Grosupin.
Huh? What's this? Is it a bird? It's the Yatagarasu, a three-legged raven that soars across the night sky. Oh, a raven! I love ravens! I bet we'll be best friends. Maybe I could train it to pick me up and fly me around the stage.
That would work, right, Mr. Edgeworth? Especially with the 3 legs.
Maybe it could even carry all 3 of us.
I'll be fine, thank you very much. And it will never happen, thankfully.
Alright, Regina. Sounds like it'll just be the 2 of us. Mr. Edgeworth can stay on the ground, and we can chase him around. Oh, that sounds amazing. We would make such a good show.
And as I said, it will never happen. So you can stop now, both of you.
So serious.
The Very Big Circus. Yes, I
can't wait to talk about that again.
Today's the first public performance of your new show, correct?
Yep, it sure is. We've practiced so hard for this one.
We? So Mr. Saint will be performing too?
Of course, he practiced harder than anybody, even if he did spend the whole time saying no, 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 no. He even went up in the balloon to spread the word from the sky. So you have to come and see him perform, okay? It will mean so much to him.
Of course, assuming we can solve this case before then. Circus animals. Did you say that you enlisted the help of the animals in your search?
Yep, and if it had been Asian Regent, we might have found something. But Simeon, the big scaredy cat, was all no, 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 and put a stop to that. So boring.
If it weren't for Mr. Saint, the whole town would probably be in an uproar right now.
Oh, come on, Simeon, why would you do that? Setting the whole circus loose on the city would have been super fun. I'm sorry. To you too, Mr. Edgeworth. Sorry.
Why are you apologizing to me? I'm the one person who didn't say anything. We talk to him next?
You're amazing, Mr. Edgeworth. How did you find Prosecutor Winner? With some serious investigative magic, that's how.
It was pure luck, actually, but never mind.
You want to look at the Yatagarasu pin? Huh? Hey, didn't you have a different badge last time we met, Mr. Edgeworth?
Yes, my prosecutor's badge, but a few things have happened since then. I don't have it anymore. That's why I... Huh? Mr. Saint, are you listening?
No, don't eat me. I taste horrible, I promise. What's the matter, Simeon? Mr. Edgeworth's scary look got you spooked? He's completely frozen like a rabbit in the headlights. Or a mouse hypnotized by a snake.
But I wasn't even glaring at him.
The search for Eustace. You didn't even need our help, huh? That's not true. Thanks so much for joining in the search, though. Where did you look, by the way? Oh, this place a little way out called Sunshine Coliseum. Do you know it?
Sunshine Coliseum. That's over by the harbor.
Hey, it's the same place from Apollo Justice. There were a whole bunch of people there for a big event. We thought it might be worth a look. You mean like a festival? Oh, that sounds fun. Wish I could have gone and checked it out. Oh yeah, it was super fun. There were food stands and fireworks. Simeon didn't like the crowds much, but... Hey, you don't have to tell them that. Alright, it's decided. When this case is finally over, we're all gonna go to the festival together.
Oh, nice. We got a clue from that. Circus show.
It's kinda lucky you found Prosecutor Winner so quickly.
Lucky? In what way?
We have to go practice soon, for the show. We wouldn't have been able to help for much longer anyway.
I see. I'm sorry to have kept you from your duties at the circus.
Oh no, it's nothing to worry about, really. We were glad to help. I'll do anything if it helps make sure they don't arrest me again. You really helped me out by finding him. I'm so relieved. Of course, just because they found him, that doesn't mean they'll find Warden Lagarde guilty. What? You mean they might still throw me back in jail? No, I can't go back, I can't.
Come on, Kay, do you really have to torment the poor boy? Calm down. Alright, I think that's it for this area.
So Sean walked off in this direction, huh?
It would seem so, yes. Perhaps we'll find some clues as to his current whereabouts. I must scour the scene and inspect anything that catches my attention. Milk. This milk carton.
That's the same brand Sean drinks.
Something happened to him here. I'm almost certain of it. Yep. It's a missing person on the carton that says Iris. Let's see. Garbage collected daily, 11 a.m. The trash is collected at 11 a.m. I guess that's why the enclosure is empty. There was a ton of stuff here earlier. Big stuff, too. Oh.
Today must be the day they take the big stuff away.
Yeah, it sure looked that way.
I'll bet the big squasher machine squished it all up good anyhow.
They don't do that with that larger items. They just take them away as they are.
They do, huh?
How do you even know that, sir?
Wait, Mr. Fender's pretty keen for you to join him, right? I'll bet he sent you some kind of pamphlet on how to throw your stuff away for when you move office.
You're spookily insightful sometimes, Kay. But only sometimes. And based on what we've seen and what Detective Gumshoe told us, I think there's a strong possibility that Sean was abducted from the garbage disposal area.
Yeah, it's kind of out of the way of prying eyes, huh? But why would Sean even come here in the first place?
I imagine he might have had something to dispose of.
But the truck's already come and gone. Guess we'll never know what that something was now. So they keep it locked up tight, huh?
I guess they don't want non-residents disposing of their trash here. Alright, anything else?
It's totally empty.
Yes, because the garbage was just collected.
You think? Or did somebody steal it all? I smell a crime here, Mr. Edgeworth.
I certainly smell something as well, but it isn't really the scent of a crime. Is that it? I think that might be it. I don't believe there's any more to be found here. Alright. Now we got logic. Alright. There's a festival, vehicle activity. Wait, that blue truck's gone, isn't it? Interesting. Only a taxi and a blue truck. Blue truck. Garbage disposal area, maybe? Yes. Nice. Only 2 vehicles came through here this morning, the taxi and a blue truck.
And Eustace was taken away in the taxi.
Right. Well, it seemed that Sean was likely abducted from the garbage disposal area. And if the garbage was collected at 11 a.m. Oh! I get it! Now we know what kind of truck it was! Indeed. It must have been the garbage truck. But the police officer who told us about it didn't describe it as such. He only mentioned the fact that it was blue.
Some cop he was.
How did he not even notice it was one of those cool trash squishing machines? Because it wasn't. Today isn't a regular garbage day. It's the day they collect larger items, for which they wouldn't use a specialized garbage truck. Just a regular truck like any other. But it was a garbage truck nonetheless. And where do garbage trucks go? To the dump, right?
Wait a second. So you're saying the kidnapper disguised themselves as a trash collector? But then the truck would probably have been fake too, right? So maybe it didn't go to the dump.
No, I'm reasonably sure the garbage truck was real.
Yeah? How do you figure that?
Another look at the garbage disposal area should tell us. What tells us the garbage truck must have been real? The fact that there's no garbage?
Wait. You're saying there's something important there?
Yes, proof that the garbage truck was real. You don't agree?
Nope.
Yeah.
Did I get it wrong?
If the truck wasn't real, the driver wouldn't have been able to collect the garbage. Wasn't there something here that proved that?
I don't get it, Mr. Edgeworth. How do you know the garbage truck was real?
What tells us the garbage truck was real? Well, let's see.
see. Is it just the fact that there's no garbage? No? Okay. I'm not sure on this one. Let's see. Wait a minute. Hang on a second. Is it not the milk, not the sign? I wonder if it's just the fact that the lock is still locked. Let's see. Okay, got it. The garbage disposal area is kept locked. Oh yeah! So only a real garbage collector and a real garbage truck could have opened it. Precisely. The garbage truck can't have been a fake. Perhaps whoever abducted Sean put him in a large cardboard box that they'd prepared for the job. Now, mix that in amongst all the other oversized items, and the garbage collector would have taken it away, no questions asked. Exactly. Allowing the kidnapper to await the truck's arrival at the garbage processing facility. They could then claim to have thrown the box away by mistake and collect it without incident. Alright, so where do they take the garbage after it leaves here? Let's see. Looks like we have two possibilities. But which of the garbage processing facilities was Sean taken to? Yeah, there's two of them. Have we found anything that might serve as a clue? Let's see. Is it the Sunshine Coliseum Festival? Probably not that one then? No. Oh, that's not quite it. Alright. The loud bang? Hang on. No! For real. Better think again. Let's see. The 3 footprints is still just sitting here. That's weird to me. Maybe a festival at Sunshine Coliseum and exploding sound because it says there's fireworks. I noticed that. Mr. Saint, you mentioned fireworks before. Huh? Fireworks? Yes, at the event at the Coliseum. Were they setting them off even during daylight hours? Oh yeah, a bunch went off while we were there. What are you thinking, Mr. Edgeworth? The loud bang we heard. What if that was a firework? Huh? Don't think for 1 second you'll get away with this. Yeah, oh, don't worry, I'm counting you at least trying to track me down, that'd be half the fun. Bringing me to justice particularly highly. Right. For the bang to be clearly audible over the telephone, it must have been pretty loud. Which means fireworks, which means the Coliseum. So the kidnapper was near there, right? Alright, but how near? If the fireworks were that loud, you could probably hear them from pretty far away. Yes, the area we'd need to search would be too broad to even consider doing it ourselves. But if the police were to lend a hand... near the facility... near the Coliseum garbage facilities. Okay, there we go. That's it. So based on the loud bang we heard on the phone call, we know that the kidnapper was somewhere in the vicinity of Sunshine Coliseum. And one of the garbage facilities is right by there, too. I think it's likely that's where Sean was taken, which means the kidnapper must be holding him somewhere near there. Detective Gumshoe? Yes, sir! Could I ask you and your men to search the area around the garbage facility?
It's not like you to ask, sir. Feels a little flat, if I'm being totally honest. Why don't you give me a good old-fashioned order, huh? Like you used to.
You don't mind? Even though I'm not a prosecutor anymore?
I thought I told you already. A detective investigates for himself, not just for prosecutors.
Thank you. Nice.
Investigation complete. Mr. Edgeworth, we're almost out of time. You're right. We need to hurry. I doubt Judge Gavel and the others can hold out much longer. I'm counting on you, Detective Gumshoe. I won't let you down, sir. It won't be an official search, but I'll put my best guys on it. You can count on that. I'm coming too, Gummy. I promised I'd snatch Sean from the jaws of danger, and that's just what I'm gonna do. I'll head back to the courthouse. Who knows? I may be able to drag proceedings out just a little longer. All right, with me, everybody. Even in the depths of night. Yeah, it's already striking too. There isn't a moment to lose. Yes, sir! But I didn't finish. When no other bird dares take flight. April 6th, 2/16. Okay, I think I'm gonna call it there for tonight, because we've gone quite a bit, and seems I was kind of waiting for a good endpoint, but I think this is probably a good one. So we were gonna call it, and we will continue with some more next time with the next part. The trial resumes. We're still in the beginning phase. This is a long case, but I'm here for it. I'm loving it. All right, let's reconvene next week. See you then.